Today's hit music, Q92. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is Lauren and Jake hanging out with you. This is Christian's last day of vacation. He will, I know. No. Yay! Exactly. Christian will be back in studio with us tomorrow. I hope he had a really nice time at the beach. He had something going on today just to tie up his vacation, and then he'll be back here with us tomorrow morning. So to say we've missed him, and I'm sure you've missed him, is an understatement. So back on the show with us tomorrow. Hope everybody had a fabulous 4th of July holiday weekend. I know we did. How about you, Jake? It was, but it wasn't, I mean, but nothing bad happened. Yeah. Well, yeah, that does suck. Working all weekend. We did. I mean, we did a fair amount of stuff. I have a nephew who's probably not going to be on fireworks next year. Yeah. I mean, other than that, it was fine. But nobody got hurt. Yeah. I mean, thank God. But yeah. So I mean, we did a lot of I don't know, just hanging out. Did anybody else feel like July 6th was the new July 4th? Okay, so the 6th in our neighborhood, it sounded like a combat zone. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. I mean, I feel like people who had to work on Friday were like, we'll celebrate it over the weekend. Right. But I mean, it was unreal. We thank you to all of our neighbors who spent thousands, literally thousands of dollars in fireworks and put on a show for us. I felt really bad because my daughter was babysitting our neighbors, and their 3-year-old woke up and was like shook. Was like, what is going on? So she came outside with him and let him see the fireworks. Just to kind of get him to understand that everything was fine. But it was, I mean, it went on. And I'm not that person that's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're setting off fireworks again. It's too late. I'm not that person. This was like next level. Like, it was in the front of our house. It was in the back of our house. Like, you didn't even know where to look. It was going off all around us. So anyhow, I really felt like July 6th was the new July 4th this year because of Friday. Yeah. So anyhow, share your stories with us. We want to hear it. Someone says, let's hear your nephew's fireworks scare story. It's not really a scare. I don't know what his deal was, but he would light a firework and it would fall on its side. I don't know. There's a video that exists. My son's asleep. It's on his phone. He caught it on video, but like, you hear everybody the second time it happens. They're like, no more, you're not allowed. Like, because it was, yeah. I mean, thank God the ones that fell over were like those stupid showers. Didn't like shoot anything. Yeah. Well, I mean, or so we thought. There was one that, like some of those shower ones have like, they'll pop up a little bit. Yeah. Anyhow. So, and it was just like, that kind of thing. But let's hear your weekend stories. Did you party on the 4th or the 6th, or did you party all weekend long? I know that I'm struggling this morning. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm struggling a little bit. It's hard to get up after sleep. When you're used to getting up every day and then you get to sleep in for 4 days, it really throws you for a loop the first, couple of days. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, for sure. So coming up on the show today, I've got tickets for you this hour to go to the Totally Tubular Festival. What is it? Well, it's Totally Tubular. It's with Thomas Dolby, Thompson Twins, Modern English, Men Without Hats, and so many more. This is going to be a great throwback show. For anybody that's interested, you're going to want to keep listening. Our phones are still down, so we're going to do a text line contest for that. And then, you guys, we kick off a new contest today. Q92 is sending you to incarceration with 3-day weekend passes. Don't miss Ohio's biggest music and tattoo festival at the Ohio State Reformatory. You're going to see Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, The Offspring, Godsmack, Machine Head, Hollywood Undead, and so many more. This is coming July 19th through the 21st, so it's right around the corner. We are going to start getting finalists for these 3-day passes to incarceration. So We're going to get a finalist in the 8 o'clock hour, and we're going to do it all again in the 9 o'clock hour. So you're going to want to keep it right here on today's hit music, Q92. Right now, it's Benson Boone. Beautiful Things, Q92.
I talked about this for a little bit ago. Lauren, not a fan of this. I understand. What do these scientists really know? What do these people in these rooms really know?
Yeah.
But according to metrics or whatever you want to do, again, Zeus, the dating site that I used back in the day, they found out things that will get you more responses when reaching out to women on this dating app. Listen to this. Messaging and complimenting a girl on her glasses, 39% more responses than normal. Complimenting her eyes, 11% more responses. And 13% if you compliment her tattoo. But glasses, your chances go up 39% that she writes back to you.
How in God's name would you come up with percentages like this? What did you
I don't know.
put out a national call? If you've got glasses and eyes,
You look at the, I guess.
and you online date, we
I
want to talk to you.
I assume that they can look at everything that gets a response. I imagine they can see everything that goes on in the world of Zeus, and that they see complimenting with glasses gets more responses. Maybe there's some, I don't know.
Why are they reading people's messages?
Because it's the internet. Everyone does it.
No, they should not be reading those. And Zeus, if it's private messaging and you're getting a compliment,
I don't know.
the only time that Zeus should be reading through those is with the FBI if there's a problem.
Please,
okay?
we're on Facebook. If you say steak, Longhorn shows up in your news feed 2 seconds later. You don't. If Facebook's allowed, I'm pretty sure Zeus is. And it even says, don't be afraid to be a little flirty. Listen to these words that will get you more responses. Man, I'm trying to help. 66% more responses by using the word adorable.
Here we go again.
42%, the word trouble. Oh, you're trouble. Girls like that. Ooh, stop
I know.
it,
They always
Darren.
giggle if you say, because you've got
Stop
this line.
it, Darren, enter.
Yeah, if people are like Canton, you're like, oh, you're trouble. And they do
Canton.
laugh. They
Yeah.
always laugh.
Well, if a girl says Canton, she'll key your car. 26% more responses if you use the word crush. I've got a little crush on you.
That's better than adorable.
You think?
Yeah.
66%. Yeah.
This it goes back to our conversation last week about the difference between the terms hot and cute. Okay, adorable is something that I would say like to describe pictures of my children when they were little,
I got you.
when they
I
had
got
their
you.
Easter best on.
Everyone loves their Easter best. if I could fire my ex-boss when I worked there, I would have chose that. Her name was Penny. That's extra points for name dropping.
Yep.
Just first names, please. 30% raise, please. Fire. I'm petty.
That's funny.
I would take the raise because if I'm going to fire somebody, I would want them to know it was me. All right, you're all right. I'll be selfish for sure, firing them. I'll take the 30% because I would need to fire more than one employee to have my sanity.
That's funny.
Fair enough. In this economy, I'll definitely take 30%. I'll take the raise. I don't need the bad karma. What if the bad karma is the...
Right. Well, I mean, that person should be having bad karma if they're treating everybody horribly.
Someone said I'd fire a coworker for a 30% raise. No, that's not the question. What does Jake think about this? He said he's taking the money.
Yeah.
I would do 30% raise because karma's real. I wouldn't want to get fired later on in life. That's two people worried about the karma of their actions. Times are tough. I'm taking that money, says the one texter. You guys are making me appreciate my job, LOL. I'd take the raise for sure. I'd even take it if it was 10%. Listen, no one here said they would turn down a raise of any kind.
Oh, of course not.
Man, I forgot that, like, in the beginning of that movie, that queen's like, go kill Snow White.
Yeah, my stepdaughter.
Bring back her heart in this box.
Yes.
So I know you killed her.
It's very aggressive. I know.
I'm swear to God, I was sitting.
Can you imagine if a movie came to the theaters today and they're like, the wicked stepmom?
I was like, I knew the queen wanted to stop Snow White because she was the fairest of them all.
Well, yeah, and she was upset.
It either blocked out of my head or I never quite realized it. That she told that dude to go stab and kill Snow White, and the dude had the knife.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that as a kid.
Right. Disney movie murder.
And then bring back her heart in this box so I know you killed her.
Yeah, she should have technically gone to jail for attempted murder. But
I'm just saying, talk about something I missed as a kid. That now I'm like, wait, what? I did not honestly remember that scene.
Yeah.
They showed you the knife.
Yes.
He pulled it out.
Yes.
She was ready. She was accepting her fate, by the way. She did the old, like, oh.
Yeah, she shielded her face like, oh,
like,
just do it.
Yeah.
She didn't try and run. She didn't try and fight back.
Like, Jesus, Snow White, fight for yourself. Anyway, I don't know. It just freaked me out last night at midnight when I was watching my son. I did not remember the order to kill Snow White. Played a sound clip real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And Lauren was a little surprised.
I was.
And she was like, no. And Jake and I both were in here going, yes, yes. And it has to do with something that girls do when they're dating someone, especially if they're thinking of, I believe, if they're thinking of ending it.
Yeah.
And So I'll play the clip. I got it in Adobe, Jake, so everyone's going to hear it.
Okay.
Just give a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. So this is the clip. And I'd like you women to be honest. I'm not saying you're not always honest. Who are we men to judge? Because God knows we'll tell a fib or 8. But I'd like you all to be honest with yourselves on this one. Have you done this?
95% of women who are in relationships already know which guy will be next or which guy they will be open to. 95%.
I didn't mean to loop that. And I'll simple that down to, I think when a girl is getting ready to get out of a relationship, I do think there are a large percentage of girls, not all, and maybe I have my broad brush in my hand, that they already have a guy ready to go. Whether that be to flirt with, to get attention from, or to even date, to just flat out date.
Okay.
My opinion. Now I know a lot of people might go, no.
Hold on, though. So I made the comment off air. I said, you mean like getting somebody on deck? Like, because you know you're, and you were like, yes.
Yes.
But here's the funny thing. I think men jump into relationships faster than women do after a breakup or after a marriage or like divorce.
Not
you know
relationships.
What I mean?
Hookups.
Beds.
Hookups. Yes.
Okay.
I'll grant you that. Will we probably be quicker to hop into the sack, as the kids say in the streets? Yes.
I don't think they say that.
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
that's not what the young kids are saying. Oh man, I feel dumb AF. But so I believe that.
No cap.
But I think there's no cap in that. But I believe women have a guy ready to go, to spend time with, to go out with, to not to sleep with.
I said it was like to fill the void. Like you want somebody to go do activities with and like hang out with.
That you will pseudo date. I call it fake dating. You're dating them, you're enjoying them. They're kind of friend zoned, but they don't know it. They haven't realized it. You know, they don't realize they're being friend zoned. They think they're laying down the foundation for a possible relationship.
Yeah.
But you're just, we got to get from guy one to the new guy, but we got to have a buffer guy in between.
And guys don't do this, is what you're saying.
In a different way.
Gotcha.
We do it with like,
I see.
You want to? My opinion. People could agree, disagree. Jacob, feel free. Do you think I have anything wrong?
No, I think you're right. You know, there's several times. No, there's several times where a girl's never told me that, but like a girl will break up with me and like less than a week later, they already have somebody else. So either they had that person in mind or they were already dating the whole time.
Right.
So
I've always found it hard to believe that just organically happened in 5 days.
Right.
After
exactly
our breakup, you met someone, started seeing them, and really got into them, and here you are already posting that you're together at this. You're like, now wait a damn minute.
Right.
It hasn't even been a week. But the same token, guys will do that too, but I just think on another level.
Well, they just find somebody to sleep with. Right, right.
Yeah. But I do believe girls, do you sometimes have the next guy on deck ready to go? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, is it just that easy? Be like, Todd's been on my list for a really long time.
Yeah, because I think a girl can tell when a guy is into him, even if it's just a little bit. Like there's just some interest. I think a girl knows. It just takes a little flirty.
Well, and that just means that he's probably been in her messages, like some of our DM dummies were.
Yeah, there's that. Or maybe you work together, or maybe you're just someone you know, and that a little flirty. Now that you're single. You know what I mean?
You and the doubles. Go ahead.
So flirty comes out, you return flirty. Now she's single, you go on datey.
And then a guy fall for it and they're a dummy.
And they get frenzy. And they're in the friend zone, and then you're a lamp, and it just doesn't matter
anymore. And I don't mean scared.
Because I can tell you as a man, going back to, even if I go back to like junior high school, there were times that me and my buddy were not on the same page. In the fact that like, I would
when it came to what?
When it came to blood flow.
Oh, you don't mean like a real friend. Okay.
Wow.
This is getting weird.
I lost you in the woods, I see.
You did. The petrified
Stay on the
woods.
trail. Stay on the trail. It would happen, and I would be like, "What did you see that I didn't?"
No, I don't always think that has to do with any kind of
at all. It's math class. I hate fractions.
I don't think it has to do with stimulation. Sometimes I think it's just it's hormonal.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Jake?
Oh yeah.
Where you're like, what's with you?
Fantastic.
Right.
What did you see that I missed?
This is
Yeah.
fun.
What? Wiener talk.
I know.
I'm just saying, it's happened.
Every
you're right.
day?
Not every day, but it certainly would happen.
Okay. As an
And for
adult,
some-
though.
And for some reason, always right before the school bell rang to change class. And you got to grab that history book.
Oh, that's the
my
worst.
gosh.
Oh, the history
That
book.
really happened at school?
Where's the biggest book I have? Just walking with like pressed up, like, stop it.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize.
Yeah. It's not like you know when it's going to happen.
You too. Good morning to your Monday, 7:28. We're all struggling to get up and get out the door this morning after having a very long weekend. Some of us. It was very nice. We were closed, so we got to enjoy a 4-day weekend, which does not happen very often. So that was really nice. Christian this is his last day of vacation, so he will be back tomorrow morning. I know some of the early risers were so excited because I was boring apparently last week, which is fine. It's fine. I get it. The Christian is so much better than I am on the mic. It's unreal. So that's why I'm better in a support role, and I know that. I know my place. Self-aware. But he will be back tomorrow. So trust me, we are all looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm sure he's got some really good stories. He went on vacation, went with his brother's family. So there were several of them that went. And, he had some big things happen when he got back from vacation. And, he'll tell us, I'm sure, all about it tomorrow when he comes in. So, all right, let's see here. Let's get into some of these. Some people checked in this morning. Obviously, early risers checking in. We're super excited for Christian. Yay! Sorry. Tomorrow. 5-star dad bod checked in. He said, looking like a pear. Good morning, 5-star dad bod. We talked about a little bit ago. I said, does anybody feel like July 6th was the new July 4th? Because Saturday night in our neighborhood was way different than July 4th. Way different. Now, I get it. Rain moved in. It started raining like around 10 for us on 4th of July. So it may have dampened some people's celebrations, but the way I felt about July 6th was like everybody just waited till the 6th. Because like we even had a neighbor, they had a live band. Yeah, they had a live band. You could hear them out there. They were doing the Macarena. Oh, yes. And then you would hear me be like, who's almost ready for fireworks? Like you thought it was some amphitheater, but it totally wasn't. Yeah. Well, we kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. So we have a lot of farm field. Them every year. Every year. So we enjoyed their band was good. Should walk over and be like, by the way, who'd you get? But yes, July 6th was like off the rails as far as in terms of fireworks in our neighborhood. Like literally, it was all around us. And we got a text message that says, Lauren, I think I got you beat. Someone in our neighborhood decided it would be a good idea to set off fireworks Saturday at 3 a.m. It went on for about half hour. I would have been furious. Listen, I think it's crossing the line after midnight. Am I wrong? Am I? Oh, definitely communities have like noise ordinances or whatever, but like, is that make me old that I'm just like, all right, guys, midnight? Yeah. Like, I don't want to ruin anybody's fun time, but I just think midnight's sufficient. Someone else said same here in Louisville. Okay, so July 6th was the new July 4th in Louisville. Oh, good morning, White Van Guy, checking in. How are you doing? Hope you guys had a really nice 4th of July. You know, some things happen over. It's like every year there's always. Oh, someone says they can't hear you on Facebook. But he can't figure out why you can't hear him. We're going to work on that. We'll work on that on our end. Just give us a second. Text message. I agree about after 4th fireworks. Usually we have lots before, but this time after the weather. Maybe it could have been. It could have been they decided to use the 6th instead of the 4th because, the weather kind of turned crappy on the 4th. So, I don't know. You guys I feel like every year there's like always some story of some person who just goes completely off the rails. And hopefully you all had a very happy and safe 4th of July. Nobody got hurt. But there was an accident involving a gentleman who thought it would be a good idea to put a very large firework on his head and light it off. Unfortunately, it didn't end well for him. But just, things like that. Like, I do always get worried. I worry about, like, am I the only one that worries about, like, embers coming down on rooftops and, like, starting a house fire? Because that's, like, my number one fear. Well, they can hear you on the radio, though. They just can't hear you on Facebook. Well, but the leaves are green right now, so I don't think they would catch on fire. Maybe. What if it settles in there and there's like dry leaves from the fall still in the gutter? Yeah. Like, I literally always freak out about that. We have this one neighbor, you guys, and I'm not sure what to do about him. I want to just let him be. I want him to live in peace. I want to live in peace. He's fairly new to the neighborhood. Fairly new. And for the most part, he stays to himself, but here's the problem. He blasts like this music from his motorcycle. And when I say he has the best sound system I've ever heard on a motorcycle, I do mean it with all my heart. You can hear every F-bomb, every MF, like literally, it's like so awful. And it'll be like the middle of the day. It's like 3:30 and like our neighbor's kids are out like drawing chalk in the driveway and he comes rolling down the street. But he was letting off fireworks the other night under power lines. And when I say power lines, I mean like, the big towers that they connect to, like those kind of, like he's got one in his yard. Like, I want to be like, buddy, I really don't want to lose power tonight, but that's really dumb. Like, I mean, I'm just going to let him be, to be honest, because I'm not confrontational in that regard whatsoever. But I don't know. His music is just so inappropriate. Right? Like, we need that going on in our driveway for the whole neighborhood. Anyhow, we hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July. If you want to send anything in, share with us about your 4th of July weekend. Don't forget this hour, Totally Tubular Festival tickets. Got that for you coming up. And we're also going to get some finalists for 3-day passes to incarceration. We're giving away a pair of 3-day passes at the Ohio State Reformatory happening July 19th through the 21st. You're going to want to listen for that in the 8 o'clock hour and the 9 o'clock hour. We're off and running. It is Monday. We are all on the struggle bus. I am certain of it. We're going to get through it together. We'll be back here shortly. It's today's hit music, Q92.
Again, I talked about this for a little bit ago. Lauren, not a fan of this. I understand. What do these scientists really know? What do these people in these rooms really know?
Yeah.
But according to metrics or whatever you want to do, again, Zeus, the dating site that I used back in the day, they found out things that will get you more responses when reaching out to women on this dating app. Listen to this. Messaging and complimenting a girl on her glasses, 39% more responses than normal. Complimenting her eyes, 11% more responses. And 13% if you compliment her tattoo. But glasses, your chances go up 39% that she writes back to you.
How in God's name would you come up with percentages like this? What did you
I don't know.
put out a national call? If you've got glasses and eyes,
You look at the, I guess.
and you online date,
I
we
ass-
want to talk to you.
I assume that they can look at everything that gets a response. I imagine they can see everything that goes on in the world of Zeus, I'm sorry, and that they see complimenting with glasses gets more responses. Maybe there's some, I don't know.
Why are they reading people's messages?
Because it's the internet. Everyone does it.
No, they should not be reading those. And Zeus, if it's private messaging and you're getting a compliment,
I don't know.
the only time that Zeus should be reading through those is with the FBI if there's a problem.
Please,
okay?
we're on Facebook. If you say steak, Longhorn shows up in your news feed 2 seconds later. You don't. I mean, if Facebook's allowed, I'm pretty sure Zeus kids. And it even says, "Don't be afraid to be a little flirty." Listen to these words that will get you more responses. Man, I'm trying to help. 66% more responses by using the word adorable.
Here we go again.
42%, the word trouble. Oh, you're trouble. Girls like that. Ooh, stop
I know
it,
they always
Darren.
giggle if you say, because you've got this
Stop
line.
it, Darren. Enter.
Yeah, if people are like Canton, you're like, oh, you're trouble, and they do
Canton.
laugh. They
Yeah.
always laugh.
Well, if a girl says Canton, she'll key your car. 26% more responses if you use the word crush. I've got a little crush on you.
That's better than adorable.
You think?
Yeah.
66%. Yeah.
This it goes back to our conversation last week about the difference between the terms hot and cute. Okay, adorable is something that I would say like to describe pictures of my children when they were little,
I got you.
when they
I
had
got
their
you.
Easter best on.
Everyone loves their Easter best. So I was wondering, who, if you could just fire anyone at your job, who's the name of the person you would fire and why? Just first name. And the text line lit up a little bit. You guys apparently want to say who you would fire. So let's get into the text here. These are names of people that listeners would fire if they could. Bye, Mary, with a waving emoji. Jen, she's a horrible know-it-all. So Jen would be fired.
All right.
Stephanie, Dan, and Ronnie, I would fire. You're firing 3 people.
Wow.
I'd fire Mike. He's the mole. Uh-oh, we found the mole. Raphael, you're fired. Someone said on the text line. Oh, that's funny. Pam, because she looks like a bulldog. Well, now we're getting personal. Now, wow.
Yeah.
My old job, Amy. No personality and cause negative vibes all around. Amy be gone.
Yep.
Steven, he sucks at life and can't do his job right to save his life. I'd rather do both my job and his just so it would make my actual job easier. I give him 0 of 5 stars. Damn.
Sounds like he's the worst.
Steven, you're fired. Melissa, for her lack of notice when she has appointments and having to cover hours for her continuously. All right, she's fired. I'd fire Phyllis because she's never at her desk, then bitches she's behind in work.
There's always one of them. There it is. There's the cue to call. Do you want to go to the Totally Tubular Festival happening at Blossom Music Center on Sunday, July 28th? You get to see Thomas Dolby, the Thompson Twins, Modern English, Men Without Hats, so many more. This is going to be a great throwback show. You want to go? Give me a call. 330-450-9292. Yeah, that's right. Our phone lines are fixed. 330-450-9292. Caller 10. Good luck.
Hey, looks like we're living longer. How cool is this?
That's good news.
Hey, we're not going to die as quick.
Right.
Study published in The Lancet use cutting-edge modeling techniques to forecast disease burden, life expectancy, and population shifts for 200 countries through 2050.
Okay.
And it's a look at humanity's health on a global scale. And what they found is, in a disease study, an international consortium of experts projects that the average life expectancy is going to continue to climb in the coming decades. As a matter of fact, if anyone's going to have a baby in 2050, they can expect to live around 80 years on average. That is up from the global life expectancy right now that is 74. That's 6 more years of
Hold
life.
up. Hold on a second. The average life expectancy is 74 years of age.
Yeah, globally, yeah.
Okay, globally.
Yeah.
So we're talking about other countries where there's lack of medical care and
If you want to get into, you want to get in the weeds, yeah.
well, I mean, those are pretty tall weeds you need to consider when you're considering 74 as the global life expectancy.
Listen, just because we're a little closer to it. Than,
What's the American life expectancy?
Uh,
You're gonna give me I'm past a midlife crisis if that's the case.
let me see here. Now, this is from 2021. The United States life expectancy 76.33 years.
Okay, that's still not that much better, but I feel like with the
That's 2 more years than the world average.
I know, but I feel like with the evolvement of technology and what we know about nutrition,
I'm just saying the people born in 2050 are going to get 4 more years than us. Those are not the best years of your life. You're back in diapers. You're hunched over.
hold on, in the 70s?
Huh?
That's not no.
80 is going to be if you're born in 2050. They
Okay,
expect
I
you to live to
promise you
80.
this. My mom is pushing 80 and she does not wear a diaper.
Well, some do. Some do. I'm just saying, like, those aren't the best years of your most quality years of your life.
Probably
What
not.
are those last 4 really worth?
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm saying, like, what?
Just write them off.
It was like,
Take
oh,
me at 72. I've heard that's when the decline
I'm
starts.
just saying, those aren't the
Said no one ever.
those are not the most quality years of your life, physically, health wise.
Yeah.
You wish you were 76 instead of 32.
If we're talking about 96, that's a different story. But I think at 76, you're still pretty active. I know 76 years old. My father-in-law is 76 years old.
Okay,
He works because he couldn't.
Where does
didn't
he
want his Hartville Hardware.
what's he do?
He does shipping and receiving.
Okay,
He's not a door reader. He does physical labor. He cuts his own grass. He takes care of his own lawn. He takes care of a pool. He's 76 years old and he's got it, man.
I'm just saying. Would you trade right now to go to 76?
Well, of course not. Why would
No.
anybody want to leap forward that fast?
Right.
You're
We're
not,
in the sweet
what
spot.
point
of
are
life
you
right
trying
now.
to make?
We're in the sweet. I'm saying, you're like, all right. So the people born in 2050 are going to live to 80.
Yeah.
Right now in the United States, we're living till 76.3. So we even get like January, February, March. All right.
Yeah.
We get that last full
I
winter.
can't believe you just counted
All
the
right.
months. Please,
We-
0.3.
We get that full last winter.
Well, what if it's not? What if it's not that? What if it's like
When
June,
those-
July, and August?
when
Your
those-
last summer.
When those trees start budding, you're like, oh no. Oh no. I'm on my last 3. I'm on my point 3. I'm just saying, what's really the
Hey, good morning, Q92. Who's this?
Angela.
Angela, you want to go to the Totally Tubular Festival?
Yeah.
All right. Well, these tickets are yours, girl.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Tell everybody your favorite station, hooking you up, making you a winner.
Q92.
Congrats to Angela. She is from Canton. She is headed to that Totally Tubular Festival. Keep listening because next hour we've got your chance to get included for these 3-day passes to incarceration at the Ohio State Reformatory July 19th through the 21st. Always a super popular festival and just really all around a great idea. Great bands. You're going to see a Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, The Offspring, Godsmack, Machine Head, Hollywood Undead, so many more. This is the festival you want to be at. We've got your chance to get included for those 3-day passes. You're going to want to keep it right here. Coming up next hour, we're going to talk about a creepy Bigfoot sighting. See if you believe it or not. I don't know. Jury's out on this one. I'm going to get your input and your what you think. Just your first blush reaction when you hear this story. Also, good morning. Bobby, the Kimball Trash Man, checking in. Good morning to you. We hope you're having a great day. So thanks for waking up with Jake and I. Christian, like I said, back tomorrow. Hopefully he's having a wonderful vacation, good time off. Can't wait to hear all about it. Right now it's Blackstreet. No diggity. It's Q92.
Time on their hands. It might be nice to hear.
She's
from
actually
someone.
a really cute girl, Daphne is.
I think Summy Yummy. Now, what's interesting, I don't know what she got charged with, but her one picture is her in scrubs with a medical ID badge. It makes me like go
Wonder
towards
about
the-
like art narcotics or something.
Were we maybe taking things from the hospital we shouldn't have? And that's me assuming. And you know what they say about assuming. You're probably right.
I found a girl that's finishing while she's incarcerated her degree at Ashland University.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. Activities in prison for Summy Yummy: working out, playing cards, reading, writing, music, etc. Anything else? She wrote staying out of trouble, LOL. Sense of humor. Sense of humor.
That counts for something.
So there's a bunch of these all over the country. And then, as we talk about this, of course, out of nowhere, Jake says, oh, yeah, I almost did that.
Yeah.
So you found this before.
And that's when
Not-
everybody was
yeah,
like,
not this specific website, but years ago when I was in my sad boy phase, I thought about
Your what?
Yeah,
my sad boy phase.
Sad boy phase.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
okay.
So-
I thought you said side boy face at first. I'm like,
No,
Should have moved some furniture.
I didn't think about that.
You
I thought
think-
about going to a jail website and finding a pen pal.
Yeah. Oh, much better
Okay,
idea.
right.
Much better idea than putting the couch on
Brilliant.
the other wall. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I get it. So you what? You looked into it?
I looked into it. I never did it. I think what made me not do it was I think you had to pay to do it, and I was afraid that once these people get out, they could find me, and I didn't want that. So I was trying to find people that
Well,
had like
yeah.
several life sentences. I was trying to find like people like
So there
that.
was no
chance
chance?
for them to come and get me.
Like, can I get it only murderers? So that way I know they can't get out and come
So
and kill me.
here's the thing. Like, you could probably converse with somebody. It would be better to converse with them through the jail software where they have access to email. Because then you don't have to tell them where you're at and you don't have to use your real name.
That's true.
I say this only because
Catfish.
I have conversed with someone who's been incarcerated through the jail email system. And the prison guards, like they have someone who their job is to read those emails before they give them to the inmate and to read the emails that the inmate's sending back to you.
Yeah.
We gotta look for code words.
Well, they do.
Yeah, yeah.
That's their entire job is to check the communication system,
Yeah.
making sure nothing is being relayed or planned or, whatever.
Yeah. I'm bringing you some magazines and not knives.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you a cake. There's nothing hidden inside it.
Well, yeah. I mean, anything like that. But, mine was for work, actually. I mean, one of my coworkers, I guess you could say, was incarcerated for a while. And that's how we had to use inmate mail. I mean,
Listen,
It's
we've
a
got
thing.
mail here at the station from prisons.
yeah, we have.
We have.
I know.
I mean, listen, not everyone that's in jail is a terrible, terrible person.
Okay, so if you could either fire a coworker without them knowing it was you, or get a 30% raise, which one would you pick?
Ooh. Ooh.
Thought provoking, isn't it not?
Listen to that again.
Okay, so if you could either fire a coworker without them knowing it was you, or get a 30% raise, which one would you pick?
The conundrum for me is a 30% raise is a considerable raise.
Yeah, it's significant.
That is not a little that's the 30% raise.
I know.
So that's the only thing.
So it's like, does that offset the torture
Yeah.
that you get put through by that toxic person in the office?
You know,
I don't know. It's like sanity, selfishness. Like, do I want my sanity or do I want to be selfish and take the money?
selfish or petty.
Yeah.
Selfish or petty. Selfish or vengeful.
Yeah.
If it was less than 30, it'd be so easy for me.
It's 30.
I know, that's a good raise.
It is.
That's a noticeable raise on your check.
It is.
Ugh. God. Would I like to get someone fired without them knowing it was me? Yes. But a 30% hike in pay would be nice too.
What are you going to do?
Conundrum. Tough.
I mean, think about it. Like, I've worked places where sometimes the most toxic person in the office makes literally the entire day a living hell for everybody on staff.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm well aware.
So, I get it, like, wanting that peace, that sanity.
Yeah. Yeah, getting rid of the cancer in the workspace.
Right. And, like, to
But then
me,
again, I'm used to the
if you're
cancer.
financially set, like, it might be worth your sanity. Jake, what would you do?
I take the money.
See, I think I'm going to take the money too, but I'm pissed at myself. It's 30%. That's a good bump.
It is a good bump. But there's no price tag on your mental health.
Or just the feeling knowing you took them out.
Like, I did it.
I got you.
You were the king of the office then at that point.
I got you. You're gone because of me, but shh. I'm taking the money, but I'm not happy about it. I wish there was a both.
I know. But
What do you take? What do you take? A money or the?
I'd want to say that I would do the right thing and I would.
To me, they're both right.
I know, but I feel like if that person's really like that bad for everybody in the office, like I feel like I would be like a champion for the team taking them out. I feel like I would want to do that, but I also don't trust myself that I wouldn't get greedy and be like, yeah, never. Well, we'll all deal with it, right? I'll buy you guys all lunch with my new raise.
Text message rage room. Why is a bag of chips $6? I was looking to buy. You know what? Ruffles.
Yeah.
Those are my go-to. I know a lot of you are Team Lay's.
No, I'm Team Golden Crisp.
I'm
I made
Team
that clear.
Ruffles. And it was like almost $7 for a half-filled bag because they're only half-filled of Ruffles. So I went with another brand, and I don't want to say that brand out loud. It was awful. But it was like $3 cheaper. I'm probably going to throw it out. It was that bad. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to. It's a known brand. But no, I was like, yeah. I bought the Ruffles version of it.
Oh, like the rippled.
I like the Ripple.
I only like it with French onion dip. Other than that, if I'm just going to eat chips, like flavored or something, it's got to be regular, like kettle cooked.
I like a good kettle chip.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But
I like
yeah,
the crunch.
I will second the bag of chips for someone who likes a good bag of Ruffles. Why the hell is a regular bag of Ruffles like 7 or 8? If you get
That's like Doritos.
and if you get the family size,
yeah,
Jesus, take out a loan.
That's why I go to Costco, because you pay that for a bag of chips, but it's like the huge family size bag.
Yeah.
And then it seems like every Friday-ish, maybe I'm wrong on the day, but it seems like sometimes they have like a certain brand of chips or a certain flavor of chips that's like on super special. So this last time I got spicy pickle kettle chips. They were actually really,
Spicy
really good.
pickle.
Yeah, but they were family size. It was ginormous. The bag was like this. I mean, and it was full. We still have some at home. It was $5. You just got to peep those deals. Take advantage.
I need to take a trip to Sam's. I don't. There, like I said, there's no Costco where I live, so that's not really an option. But I need to be hitting up Sam's more for some things.
I'm really sad that you guys don't have a Costco.
We don't have a Costco. We don't. I don't know why I don't know why the Canfield and more Boardman area doesn't have a Costco yet. I don't know how we don't have a Sonic.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm very surprised. We have everything there. I think we have a Swenson's now in Boardman, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm very surprised no Costco, and I'm very surprised no Sonic.
Interesting.
I would use a Sonic. I enjoy a Sonic.
Oh, me too. I love their like sodas, like how you can mix them and make your own.
I'm going to say this too. Shout out to Hardee's.
We have a Hardee's.
I don't. The closest Hardee's would be if I left work and went to Minerva.
Oh, that's the trick. You
Or
got to
I guess
really
if I went all the way to Camp. No,
Yeah.
Schuylkill?
Yeah.
Is that where it is?
the Schuylkill Street exit.
Ugh.
Same with that new truck stop. Amy says Giant Eagle brand plain chips taste better than Ruffles in her opinion. And they're cheaper.
Oh, bold statement. That's a bold.
Oh, is that the?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was
No.
gonna say, did she
No.
just uncover?
I'm just saying to say something's better than Ruffles to me.
Yeah.
Ruffles is the
Really?
creme de la creme.
Ruffles?
Oh, a freshly opened bag of Ruffles. Not the Ruffles you've had for a week and the chip clip. They kind of got a little. I'm talking about that first chips you pull out of an open bag of Ruffles. Christ, that is fantastic.
Do you know what my favorite thing in the world is?
I don't.
It's so disgusting. You're gonna make fun. I'll do like tuna salad or chicken
Jeez,
salad
you
or
lost me
egg
at tuna.
salad,
You could have stopped at tuna.
and you get golden crisp chips or like chicken salad, and dip your chips in it. So good.
Yeah. Jake, do you have a favorite chip?
No, I think chips are chips.
Really?
Yeah,
No, that's not true because
I
a Pringle
love
is a chip, and it's not
I love Pringles.
I love.
but it's not a chip. Is not. Today's hit music Q92. It is 8:07 on your Monday morning. Good morning, everybody. I feel like this Monday is like a hangover Monday. Not that you drank last night or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like it was such a long weekend and we did so many things that everybody is moving as if they had a hangover. Yeah. And maybe some of you are hungover. I mean, good for you. Way to go on a Sunday night. But I just feel like we're all just a little slower. But you know what? It's supposed to be gorgeous today. High near 90. We're going to see if Mark Johnson's going to join us today on the show next hour to talk about your forecast for the upcoming week. I know it's going to be a hot one. That I can tell you. I also think we're going to be getting some rain from Hurricane Beryl. I want to talk about this story that I saw about Bigfoot, but really quick. I actually know some people that were in Jamaica and on vacation and went through Beryl as a Category 3 hurricane. Yeah. They're fine. Everything's fine. They had a blast. They were like, they must be the coolest people on the face of the planet. I say they must because they went with a big group of people. I only know one of them. But they had the best time. Like, they literally had a big sleepover. Like, everybody literally rolled out a mat like it was nap time in preschool. And they had to shelter in place overnight because it was making landfall. Yeah. I would have been terrified. I don't think I would have slept. I would have been all self-conscious. I'm like, am I snoring? Am I drooling? What am I doing? Like, this random person from Iowa is laying on a mat next to me. We're stranded in Jamaica. You know? I don't know. I also, you know Evan. Yeah, like, I don't know what it is with all this international travel. Evan is my nephew, and his girlfriend, Carrie, went to Puerto Rico left last week. She got there. Her luggage didn't. She had no clothes. Yeah. I think she's since got it. But anyhow, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to travel outside the country right now. I don't know. I'm good. I'm good with South Carolina. That's the extent of it. Anyhow, I saw this story and I had to laugh just because I don't know. This is out of Louisiana. There were some recent high school graduates that decided they wanted to take a senior trip. And so they set up camp in Kisatchie National Forest. It's about 100 miles northwest of Baton Rouge in Louisiana. They reported an encounter last week to the, I don't even know how you say this, Natchitoches Parish Sheriff's Office. They said they saw a large animal that resembled Bigfoot shortly after they set up camp, about a mile and a half off Backbone Trail in southern Natchitoches Parish. On June 28th, one member of the group, who were all 17, 18, and 19 years old, called 911 after they reportedly heard a growl, saw what appeared to be an animal that had glowing eyes and stood about 5 feet tall. Come on, boys. Yeah, I think they always portray him that way, but did Jesus have long hair? I don't know. Yeah, it could have been. It says deputies responded and walked to the campsite vigilant for any mythological creatures. They followed the sound of their whistles to the campsite. They found the teens unharmed and safe. Then they were safely escorted out of the forest by deputies. Needless to say, deputies weren't able to locate anything suspicious. They did, however, congratulate the teens on their graduation and wish them good luck in the future, with most of them heading it off to college here in a couple months. I don't know. Is this boys playing a prank? Or did they see something and they all wigged out because they'd been drinking and... Right. I don't know. Do we have any Bigfoot believers out there? I love Bigfoot. I think he's the coolest thing, even if he's not real. I love the idea that there's this mythological creature out there allegedly roaming. I know every time we go to Salt Fork, they always have like Bigfoot walks. It's interesting to me. They always use glazed donuts to lure him, though. Yeah. I don't either. I mean, I guess he's a sweet eater. I don't know. Let's hope he's not diabetic. We're all trying to lure him with something that could kill him. Yeah, that would be really bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Bigfoot is real? Do you believe in Bigfoot? You ever seen Bigfoot? If so, we want to hear from you. 330-450-9292. You can text us, too, with your stories or comments. 330-269-9292. We'll read them on air when we come back. But right now, it's Sabrina Carpenter Espresso. Today's Hit Music, Q92.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Haley.
Haley, where are we calling from this morning?
I am currently driving to training, but I am in Chippewa.
Oh, Chippewa, I love it there this time of year. What was that? What was the first store credit card you ever got?
Oddly enough, it was a PetSmart in-store credit card because I would go and feed the cats that they shelter there.
Okay.
Your first credit card ever was, you said PetSmart?
Yeah, it was for PetSmart, and I was 17 at the time.
Did you max it out, or were you good with it?
No, I maxed it out.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. Spoiled pets.
That's all right.
That's fine.
I maxed out the Best Buy card. Don't worry about it. All right. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Pet supplies. That is fantastic. I said I wanted random.
That's about as random, I think, as it's going to get.
That's what you gave me. That's fantastic. Let's go back to the text line here. So the mall gave me like 5 credit cards in one day. LOL. Victoria's Secret, Gap, Express, New York and Company. I was 21.
Oh, that's a recipe for disaster.
Are you okay?
Yeah, hopefully everything turned out okay.
Do you guys remember Radio Shack? Yes.
Oh,
there
yeah.
are times at this radio station I wish it still existed.
Oh, my gosh, I know. Well, you know what? The last time that I had to run to Radio Shack was for this station. There was one left, and I think it was like in downtown Canton, and it was before... one of the Hall of Fame broadcasts that we were doing. Someone had to go get a jack, and only they had it.
Yeah, now you got to be like smart, trying to think where to find. We need cords now.
Yeah.
You go to Office Max. Do you go to a Best Buy? Like
You can get a lot of it on Amazon, but sometimes you don't have time to wait. You
Right.
need it right now.
right. Text Victoria's Secret was my first store catalog. Ooh, Sears checking in. Got to dig Sears. That's fantastic.
I had a Sears card.
Hey, I remember looking at that Sears catalog for Christmas presents every year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime the catalogs would come, even now to this day, my kids will still look at like Christmas flyers with toys in them. They're way
Sears.
too old to play with them, but they're like, oh, that's cool. We didn't have that. Like, welcome to our world. I mean, that happened to us too.
Mom would give us each the catalog with different color markers and what we wanted Santa to bring us.
Yeah, circle.
We would circle, and then they would make sure Santa knew.
Yeah.
And we'd see. You know what he didn't bring? B Moss was my first credit card. Oh, I remember B Moss.
Yeah.
That's a good random one too. Another one for Sears. Boy, Sears checking in.
Oh, yeah.
Elder Bierman. I worked there. There was
Okay.
one somewhere.
Right here in Alliance.
Is it still?
No.
Okay.
They closed a few years ago. But Elder Bierman was a great store. It was kind of like just a cut below, in my opinion, the like Dillard's.
Okay. So those lines.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, like when it was out here, when I first started here, I loved it because I would go Christmas shopping there because it wasn't nearly as busy as like the Belton Village area.
Amen. My first and only store credit card was Circuit City, and I got it to get a new plasma TV.
Nice.
My first credit card was Montgomery Ward's checking in.
Oh,
wow.
Right?
First store credit card was Victoria's Secret at 18 years old. They had a monthly interest rate of 22%, but I was smart about it and only spent what I could afford and paid it off every month. I still have the card. I'm 32 now and have a credit limit of $10K. LOL.
Whoa, yeah.
Not every kid was as smart as you. think we could. I thought you're like, nothing we can do. We have no way to stop this mammoth. Let it go. Shoot it, blow it up. No, we can't. Like, I don't understand why you think that would be hard.
What are we going to start having military planes fly in just to take out mammoths?
If they're killing people, yeah, I think we would.
Okay.
Why is that hard? I'm trying to figure out why that's hard for you to believe. Some people are tripping, LOL. We're on
Yeah.
LSD this morning.
Wait, no, we're not.
You have seen Jurassic Park, right? They thought they had the power to take down the dinosaurs, and they did.
Thank you.
Well, now, that's a dinosaur, not a mammoth. We might not have the power we think we have to take down. Guys, I'm going to fight all of you on this.
Thank you. Someone's on my side.
Yeah, you and one other person. I got to go into work. I can't stop listening to this conversation.
I know.
Hard hitting.
Have a good day at work, though. Think about those mammoths.
Next hour, healthcare. If they're going to spend a ton of money to recreate some mammoth, they're not going to want to kill it, only contain it and relocate. I understand, but Lauren's saying, what if it goes rogue?
What if?
Now, that is possible.
Yes.
The mammoth going, screw you, I'm a mammoth.
Right.
I'm going to knock down. You think this fence is going to keep me?
Exactly.
I'm a bleeping mammoth.
That's right.
Oh, man. Someone says, come on, Jake, be the sense of reason. Jake, do you believe a mammoth could be stopped?
I do.
You do?
because well, I agree on both sides. Like, if I'm out in the wild and a mammoth attacks me, I don't think the military is going to get there fast enough to stop me from getting
there was
hurt.
an outbreak, if like there was a true event like breaking news on CNN or Fox
Yeah,
News,
I think
mammoths in New York City just tearing things up, I think we're going to respond.
Yeah, so do I.
So I think, now would a pistol do it? No, I don't think a pistol would do it.
No, you would need something. I'm Googling this.
You'd probably need something a little bit, maybe a machine gun, maybe an AK. Might even need a rocket launcher, an RPG.
I mean, they've got some tusks, man.
Christian, I believe you need Jesus, my sons. Lauren has the mammoth wearing Kevlar.
Hey, I'm just saying, if there were that many, have you ever seen Gremlins? I mean, if they started multiplying, I don't know that we would have the wherewithal to keep up with making sure that we could take out all these mammoths if they went rogue. That's all I'm saying. They were hardly small in size. They were roughly the size of a modern African elephant, and their shoulder height was 11 feet.
Point the gun up.
Oh yeah, and they weigh around 6 tons. They would squash you like an ant.
On TikTok, she has a question for us men, and men, as you hear this, I want you to text in your answer. See if we can help this girl on TikTok out.
Beautiful. Like, I have a question for all the men. When you guys call women cute, what do you mean by that? Because like some women get called hot or gorgeous or beautiful. Like, I always get cute. What does that mean? Why?
That is her question.
I mean, I think it's a valid question. What does it mean?
I always, if I tell a girl she's cute, I to me that's a compliment. I'm almost probably flirting a little bit. Jake, I don't know, maybe you see it different?
No, I see it the same way. Yeah, it's a flirtatious.
Yeah, like I would not tell a girl I didn't feel was cute. She was cute.
I know, but I feel like when you say cute, you mean it like, oh, she's cute. Like, she's not ugly. She's not pretty. She's not hot. You didn't say she was hot, so she's not hot.
No, but there is
like
a
girl next door. Like, oh, that's cute. Like,
that's my
take
thing.
it or leave it.
That's my thing. But to me, if I tell you I get it. I suppose you want to be called beautiful and sexy, and those homegirls like being called sexy. Don't objectify me. But I'd like being called sexy if I was a woman.
You'd like being called sexy now.
I'd be like, you're damn right I am. Look at this ass. But to me personally, if I tell a girl she's cute, I believe you're cute. You're good. You're good looking. You're cute. I would never. That to me is not to each his own. But to me, that's not a throwaway compliment to me. If I tell you
to me, it's like a middle of the road compliment. Every girl wants to be told that she's hot, not cute.
I get it if I was like, oh, she's nice. That could be a little. Oh, she's It's okay. But I think cute to me is a compliment, and I'm probably flirting.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but I mean, I'm
No, I know what you mean.
probably flirting. Jake, same way, different way. Do you see it any different?
The only thing I just thought of is maybe when you call a girl cute, like you're like want to date her. If you call a girl like hot or sexy, maybe you want to do just the.
Oh,
he used her.
Nice. I like it.
Yes! Yes!
Does that make sense?
Yes!
I don't know how to phrase it.
Yes!
But that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yes!
That is, to me, again, people might see this different. I absolutely agree with you. Cute, you probably want to date more. Sexy, you probably want to more.
What about hot?
Hot, maybe a mixture of both.
So that's where you want to be. That's the compliment you want.
But I don't see cute as not a.
Cute, I think, is very like my dog is cute. Does that make sense?
A baby's cute.
A baby is cute. A toddler is cute.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I get it, and that's not the first time I've heard a girl say that.
Yeah.
But what the hell does that mean? You know what I mean? Someone text in, cute is better than hot. Yeah, the not daughter found out that mom and not dad were not lying about curfew when she got pulled over for curfew. And I got a call from the Austintown Police Department.
Oh, my Lord.
Which I got a little scared at first. I was like, yeah?
Yeah.
Why are you calling me when my not daughter's out?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, it's past curfew. Like, Jesus. And literally that week we had the conversation with her. She thought we were making it up.
No, they're not playing.
She thought we were making up curfew. We were just being typical parents trying to no, there really is. I'm like, grant you, I'm not saying like they're going to pull every kid over they see, but I mean, they can't pop you for curfew if they want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Karma must have been like, this girl didn't believe her parents. Send in the police.
He was really nice.
I'm sure.
Jake, you ever been pulled over and get out of it?
Yeah, I've only been pulled over one time and I got out of it.
What'd you do?
I wasn't familiar with the area. It was a couple years ago. I was dating this girl at the time. She also lived far away, and I was driving home late at night, and the road kept changing speed limits every 5 miles. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I had no idea where I was because I never went that way before. And she goes, I got you going 55 and a 35. I said, oh, that's not good. And I just right there, I assumed I was getting a ticket. And
because you said that.
No, because of how fast I was going.
The 20 mile per hour discrepancy.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, okay. And then she was super nice, and it was during Christmas time, and so she gave me like a warning, but it was like please donate a toy to our Christmas drive because it was during Christmas time. So,
did you?
No, I wanted to, but I was never.
Oh my gosh!
I wanted to, but I was.
Today's hit music, Q92. It is 8:28. Welcome to your Monday morning after a holiday weekend. It's a rough one. Yes. Thank you so much for waking up with Jake and I. Christian is on vacation. Today is his last day. He will be back tomorrow on air with us. Praise Jesus. We've missed him. We've missed him. Just a little bit. But I hope he had a great time. I can't wait to hear all about it. I'm sure he's got some great stories that he's going to share with us. Coming up, don't forget, we're going to have your chance to win those 3-day, well, you're going to become included to win those 3-day passes to incarceration at the Ohio State Reformatory, happening July 19th through the 21st, one of the hottest music festivals here in Ohio. It's such a cool event. Getting to go down to the Reformatory, you're going to see Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, The Offspring, Godsmack, Machine Head, so many more. You could even make an appointment and get some ink down there. I think that'd be pretty cool. Keep listening. We'll have your chance coming up very shortly to get included this hour and next. So if you want that, you're going to have to keep us on. Keep listening. It's coming. Promise. Anyhow, we had talked about the story about the high school teenagers that went on a senior trip in Louisiana, went camping. They swear they saw Bigfoot, and everybody's like, all right, guys, kind of patting them on the head and dismissing them, which kind of is my gut as well. But, maybe they saw something. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. I saw this other story, and it totally made me think. And I've been sitting over here as I was working. I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm not going to say anything to Jake because I just want to get his first, your initial reaction. All right. So we know doctors see everything from pregnancy and birth to death. There's some moments that really stick with them. I'm sure. I mean, being with patients who are on their deathbeds often means that doctors and nurses are the ones who will hear their final words, which is true. Yeah. But what if those words were haunting? That's what one social media user wanted to know, which prompted them to ask, what are the creepiest last words you heard from a patient right before they died? Okay? Yeah. One person said, surgeon here, a man on his deathbed kept repeating, the body is in the woods next to the oak tree, over and over again until he passed away. The police were notified and searched some woods behind the man's house, but never found anything. Not knowing whether or not in the woods next to the oak tree was actually the set of woods behind his home. Correct. So, as clinicians, and I get it. I mean, you are there. First of all, it takes very special people to be hospice nurses, very special people to be nurses and doctors, period. But when you're dealing with 100%, your care is focused on end of life care, I think that's got to be so hard. I cannot wrap my mind around how much it would haunt me if someone said something like that to me, though. Like, is it creepy or is it cool that they're finally, releasing their... I mean, at least they're telling you. They're finally fessing up to something. I mean, what if, go with me down this road. He kept saying the body is in the woods next to the oak tree. Maybe he was talking about his dog, Spot. His dog's body is in the woods under the oak tree. Maybe. Okay, maybe it was his favorite show, and that was the conclusion. Like, they found the body in the woods under the oak tree. Maybe it wasn't something he did. Like, I don't know. I hope that my last words are something fairly eloquent. I don't have any, the body's in the woods under the oak tree, in me. So if I said it, it would be, completely because my mind is just gone. Right. What do you think your last words would be? That'd be amazing if that were true. Oh, I don't know. Last words. What do you think they'd be? I know this is kind of creepy and morbid, but, this could also be really funny. What do you think your last words would be? Hopefully it's not, there's a body in the woods next to the oak tree over and over and over. Yeah. Hit us with them. We want to know. 330-269-9292. They can be funny, you guys. This is supposed to be light, not completely morbid and dark. Last words. What do you think that you would utter? 330-269-9292. Coming up, we're going to have that cue to call. You're going to want to be listening if you want to go to incarceration. Coming up July 19th through the 21st, see bands like Godsmack, Breaking Benjamin, Shine Down, Machine Head, so many more. It's going to be an awesome time. So keep it right here if you want to hear it. Last words, what would they be? 330-269-9292. Today's hit.
Still should watch Roadhouse. Someone wants to know. Hold on. Does Jake get scared of thunderstorms? Jake, your thoughts on thunderstorms?
I kind of like thunderstorms. I'll go out and watch them.
If you saw a funnel cloud, have you ever seen one?
Not really. Not up close.
I'm gonna not lie and say I've seen one. It didn't touch down, but I saw it the rotation. I've never been more scared of my life.
I would sit there for a minute, but then I would go.
Okay.
And take shelter.
We all know I went from being absolutely petrified to just enamored now. Like I'm like Jake, I'd be outside.
Yeah.
Even with the sirens going off, trying to see something.
Now, to be fair, would I be just as scared now? I don't know, because I was younger. I was a teenager because it was. I remember my dad pointing it out. My dad's been gone 22 years. Yeah, 22 years.
My dad taught me a lot about how to like judge weather just by looking like what to look for. So I'm grateful he taught me that. So I kind of, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kind of expert, but there's things I can tell and look.
I get nervous when it gets still.
That is a sign.
Or like if the sky starts turning and it's not sunset, like different shades of orange and purple.
I always tell you I can't tell if my not daughter's boyfriend's emo.
Yeah.
The struggle does continue.
Oh, did something else happen to confuse you?
No, he came over again. Was it Sunday? He came over to pick her up. He got home from Florida, and they had seen each other in Florida for spring break. So it had been a good day since they saw each other. I get it.
Right, yeah.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
It does.
He came to pick her up, but again, black pants, black shirt, black hoodie, zip up, black shoes, black hair.
Was he tan?
I don't think so. She said he was. He looked emo pale to me. But you know what? She spent a week in Florida, and she doesn't look tan. I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
this
they
generation.
Maybe they didn't go to Florida. I don't know. Maybe they were. Maybe they're in Montana. I don't know where they went, but I expected them both to be like golden tan. You know what I mean? Come on,
Yes.
hello. And they both, but no.
Were there any
Listen.
pictures taken in Florida? Did he wear black swim trunks and a black tank?
I didn't see any of her pictures from. She has an Instagram. She's not a poster. She's not a real big poster. Just like follows everybody.
Unless she has a private story that you don't see, and that's where she
well,
takes the pictures.
yeah. There's teenagers do that.
Yeah.
She had a private snap. Her mom found it. That didn't go over too well.
I bet not.
But I still find myself trying to figure. And she claims he is up and down. He is not emo.
I don't know. Amy brings up a good point. Maybe they're pale because they've stayed inside. In which case, he's emo.
Can we not plant those seeds, please? We don't need those seeds planted.
What? That they?
What are you
stay
saying?
Inside?
They were both staying inside together?
No, I'm saying emo people, not.
Oh, I thought you were hinting at
No.
at stuff.
No.
And things.
No.
I don't know. I just know he loves to dress in all black and he loves knives.
Maybe he thinks it's.
That's
slimming,
all I know.
And he likes.
He's a slim guy. He's a slim guy. A tiny guy.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to think.
I don't know.
Amy said no, not like that. Just teenagers in general too. Like going outside.
No, they were out there. I found out because she was telling me about what they do at spring break, and the Oklahoma drill is something kids love to do at spring break now.
What's that?
Girls and boys. You lay down in the sand and someone goes 1, 2, 3. You both get up and tackle each other.
Cool.
Girls and guys do it. Spring
Fun.
break. Yeah.
It doesn't sound fun.
Well, I mean, listen. What did we do when we were kids at spring break?
Laid out, listened to music, swam.
Drank.
Yeah.
Had a couple Heinekens.
Yeah.
A couple Rolling Rocks. You know, the cool beer.
Right.
A couple Zimas.
Zimas. Man.
A couple Mike's Hard Lemonades. You know how it is.
Yeah. Some Boone's Farm.
Yeah. I'm the real cool stuff.
A Bahama Breeze.
I never actually went on a spring break.
Neither did I.
Never did. My friends did. They did the whole Florida thing.
I mean, we did something locally, like we'd go to a local lake or something like that.
Yeah.
But not like Tony went to South Carolina, that kind of stuff. You heard the man. Call right now, 330-450-9292. You want to go to incarceration? I can get you in the hopper. You can become a finalist to win those 3-day passes to incarceration at the Ohio State Reformatory, July 19th through the 21st. Caller 10, good luck. Yeah.
Someone said, just go for it. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, that's what I would do. I hate that, but you're single. What the hell?
Right.
You don't owe me anything yet.
No.
If I like you and I tell you I like you, like, well, I'm still going to date.
Well, here's
That's different.
I think, I mean, how I see, and then this is so going to sound so naive. I don't have much experience with this. I'm admittedly so. But like, how do you, I mean, I get dating apps and all that kind of stuff, but back in my day, see, now I sound really old.
We are.
A lot of times you were set up by like friends.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like your friends would be like, come out with me tonight. This guy's coming. He's friends with, and maybe it was like her boyfriend or friends with him. And I think you two would be perfect. You know what I mean? So you kind of got like set up on a night out where it wasn't like you were on a date. You were just meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, does that still happen?
I have no idea if anything happens in reality. And I'm not even being funny. Like, I don't know that anyone doesn't meet digitally first.
That's
anymore.
that's
Yeah,
my
like,
question. Like, how does this work now that we're in just like a totally different time?
We were like the last we were one of we probably were, if you think about it, because the phones and stuff all started while we were still young.
Yeah.
We were probably the last generation that like you did go to the bar, meet someone through a friend. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Like to me, I'd rather meet somebody that way, in my opinion. Like, well, I mean, I kind of did, but I'm just saying, like, it's safer because at least you have some background information on the person. And then if they have been seeing somebody and they're not fessing up to it, like, you find out because said friends kind of rat them out. Like, hey, you seeing this girl, but
and when you realize
she's not as pretty as you. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you're talking to someone, you're seeing all these pictures. Are they filters?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You have no idea.
Filters? Are there pictures all of a group of friends and you're not sure which one's the one you're talking to?
Right.
Are they all only selfies of the face and that's it?
With a heavy filter on it? I mean, what are we dealing with here?
It's tough.
You're looking for a dinner and you can't find her because she looks completely different.
Who are you? You look like the girl I'm supposed to meet. It does still happen, but I hate it because then I feel obligated to meet or continue to talk to someone because other people got involved. I hate it when
I see that.
It was nails on a chalkboard if anyone ever said to me, like, I have someone you should date.
You would be like, ugh.
I would be like, I could not be less. I would honestly be annoyed.
Yeah.
It would annoy me.
Well,
I'd be like, get out of here with that.
My sister would tell me, like, when we would do stuff like that, she'd be like, you were making me feel like I have to be dating. And I don't feel like I have to be dating. Like, don't make me feel bad for being single. And I guess I never really thought about it that way. I thought I want her to be happy. I want her to be in a relationship. And in my mind, that's what it was going to take to make her happy.
I see that.
But it's not true.
Yeah, it's like people are coming to you like, oh, you're single. There's something wrong with you. It's like,
yeah.
I was single for years. I was happy. I was not lonely.
Right. No,
well,
I mean,
2 days a year.
My sister loves it. She's fine.
I'm telling you. Believe me, I love my life now, but I was not unhappy when I met Jamie. Like, I had my house, I had a job, I had a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I could come and go as I please. If I wanted to be social, I could. If I wanted to be a hermit, I did.
Yeah.
I had a PlayStation. Like, I was not unhappy. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I just, and some people would, I think, sometimes look at you like, oh, he's single, there's something wrong. I'm like, no, I'm actually good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm awesome now, but I mean, like, I was not everyone that's single is miserable.
No, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. We as friends need to kind of assess that situation, I guess. Because for years I was like, is there anybody we can set my sister up with? Is there anybody we can? Yeah. And she would be like, gosh, no, like, I'm fine. I'm good. Stop. Yeah. You know?
Like, I get it.
Right.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Someone texted. Saw Tom Brady's ex-wife got pulled over yesterday. Did you see those pictures?
No, I didn't.
She got a little. It looked like she was crying.
What did she get pulled over for? Speeding?
I think a normal speeding down, anything crazy.
And she lost her mind? I mean, I probably
don't know,
would.
but
I'm going to be fair and say I'd probably cry too.
So, I don't have you. You've never crowded a traffic stop, have you?
I've never had a traffic stop
in your life. Wow, that's impressive. I went through a little phase in my 20s where I was caught speeding on 680 for all the Youngstown listeners. There's a spot on 680 where it goes from 65 to 50.
Yeah.
And the cops there, the Youngstown cops, almost more than the Stadies, they love that area. They sit there and patiently wait for anyone to go under 65.
Yeah.
I've been busted more than once when it goes from 65.
Well, it's probably a problem area. That's probably why they camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I went through quite a few. I always went with the pure politeness, sir, hoping that would always help. It never did. I got a nice compliment from a cop once, although he still gave me the ticket. He said
that was just a couple years ago, wasn't it? I think I remember this.
No, this was Youngstown days.
Oh.
I've been pulled over here a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Speeding over here, as a matter of fact, too. But speeding's been my number one.
Really? Because you drive really slow compared to me.
Yeah, well,
Jake.
Jamie's the same way. Jamie flies, digs in and out of traffic. I'm like, we're all gonna die. Yeah, I've been caught speeding. I think it's where I speed, not when.
Yeah.
I pick the wrong places.
Yeah.
So, but I tried the whole polite thing, and it never got me out of a ticket. I never got out of one. I got a warning from a wildlife guy a while back.
Actually, I take that back. I was pulled over once, but I was 17. And it was only because I went a little bit left of center, later in the evening in Belden Village. And honestly, it was not a big deal. I mean, it was that I went left of center. I was dumb. I didn't go that far left of center, but in that area, I think they were worried that maybe I was a drunk driver.
Fair enough.
But I was taking a friend home, and my purse fell off my seat. So I reached down to grab it, and when I reached down, that's when I went left of center. So they pulled me over, and then he's like, "Where are you coming from?" I was like, "Dropping a friend off." I was terrified. And he's like, "Oh, what have you been doing tonight?" I'm like, "Watching Armageddon," because that's what we were doing.
Fair enough.
And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Have you had anything to drink?" And I'm like, I think I was Fanta. I was so naive. He's like, "Okay." And I think he could tell I was terrified. And he's
Squirt. I was drinking Squirt.
He's like, "You keep blinking." And I'm like, "Well, to be fair, you have a flashlight in my face, and I fell asleep with my contacts in towards the end of the movie." I was brutally honest with him. And he was like, "Okay." He's like, "What made you go left of center?" I'm like, "My purse fell off the seat. I was just picking it up, and I took my eyes off the road. I'm so sorry." And he let me go. He was like, "It's okay." He's like, "It's fine." He's like, "In this area, there's a lot of bars. It's after 11:30. Hey, Q92, who's this?
Kyle.
Kyle, you are you interested in headed to incarceration?
Absolutely.
All right, well, you're my finalist.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Kyle. You're now in the running. You might just be headed to the biggest music and tattoo festival at the Ohio State Reformatory, seeing Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, Offspring, Godsmack, so many more. Kyle, we're going to be calling the winner next Monday, so if your phone rings, it's probably going to be good news.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well, Kyle, tell everybody your favorite station making you a finalist.
Q92.
Congratulations to Kyle. If you didn't get through and you want to become a finalist for these 3-day passes to incarceration happening at the Ohio State Reformatory coming up July 19th through the 21st, you're going to want to keep it right here. Your next chance is going to be in the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to get that for you coming up. So let's get back to it. We were talking about some of the weird things that, working in hospice care, doctors and surgeons have said it's kind of weird because, they're the last ones with a patient sometimes. Sometimes family's not there. So they hear last words and things like that. And this one surgeon was like, literally at one point, I heard one of my patients say, "The body's in the woods next to the oak tree." Literally notified police. They searched in the woods behind the man's house, never found anything. But he also didn't say, "The body is in the woods behind my house at 123 Smith Street." You see what I'm saying? It could have been any woods, any oak tree, any. Sorry, I pulled a Christian. Sorry. Any state, who knows? So, the question was, has anybody witnessed anything kind of creepy? And we actually had a listener text in, "Don't tell anyone, please don't tell anyone. As a nurse, I have to report it to the family on his chart. I wasn't sure if that's what he meant, but I was so stressed out." Oh my gosh, I would be too. Don't tell anyone what. Like, you need to give me more. Give me more. Yeah, someone said their last words would be ow. I don't know. Maybe it's not always painful. Another text message: with people who are hospice, they're usually given morphine and are in a euphoric state. People have been known to confess, moan incoherently, relive a life experience. I know, I've heard that too. I really have. So, I mean, maybe this was all like, do we count last words as last words? Like there's something really telling in there? Or it could just be where they don't really know what they're saying. Right. So it doesn't always have to be super creepy. I mean, I guess I still would probably be creeped out if somebody said something like that, confess something to me. Yeah. It is interesting. I mean, I wonder if like some big crimes have ever been confessed and like they've proven that it's true. You think? Or even like think about like on death row. Exactly. What do you have to lose if you committed another crime you never got caught for? I wonder if they like belt it out. Like, and I also, I don't know. That's it. All of that creeps me out. Anyhow, we're going to do a better topic next hour. We're going to talk about what your weather outlook is for the week. And we're going to get into some fun and crazy stories. Christian's on vacation. Don't worry, guys. He'll be back on the mic tomorrow morning. And I am just as excited as you are. Trust me. So is Jake. I can tell that he's missed him as well. So, it's the dream team in here every morning. We wake up with each other. We know what we're doing. We know our roles. And when one of us is gone, it's when Christian's gone and when Jake's gone too. But I think they can get along with because I don't do anything like mechanically to engineer the show in the morning. I just answer everybody on social media that watches the show. Yeah. So anyhow, keep it right here. Your next chance to become a finalist for incarceration 3-day passes to become a finalist is coming up next. Right now it's Despacito Remix. It's Q92.
What was your craziest day at any job you ever had? I had a couple. Not so much here, but at my other one in Youngstown.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say the craziest day is when the police escorted one of my coworkers out of the building. Like, came in. Escorted. I was told to stay in the production room and not come out.
Oh.
Until it was okay.
It wasn't here.
Oh, I just said it. I was in Youngstown.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, there was, I think I've told this story before, but there was a salesperson. Now, he was a very large man.
Okay.
Not only was he big in like girthness, but he was like...
Did you just say girth?
Girth.
Okay.
He was like 6'6".
Yeah.
So like Paul Bunyan-like man. And he was alleged. There were some websites where you order dates with women, and apparently they were
he was ordering some dates with women.
Well, in places where he was going to do quote sales calls. And unfortunately, a little oversight that he made is that his office had a window, and his computer the screen faced the window.
They didn't have like IT that like all of a sudden was like, zing, somebody's doing something they shouldn't.
Female, I believe one or two female employees saw it, went down, and they did some investigation. I don't think it took too long. Because I believe this is true too, it was also on his favorites tab.
Oh, let's bookmark that for later.
It wasn't like, all right, we need a real good computer guy to dig in and see what we can find. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was police escorted out, and I was told to stay in the production room and not come out till I was told.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking at the time I had no idea. I just get told, hey, stay in here, don't come out till I tell you. And that was it. And the door shuts.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I did come out. And then I saw 3 police escorting out. There was no tussle. There was no physical. But that was an odd day.
Yeah.
That was a very odd day at work. You don't see that a lot.
I can imagine.
Yeah. You have a crazy day at work? Your craziest day at work?
You have no idea. I can top yours.
I'm sure.
I just feel bad, like, saying it because everything's fine, like, and this person's a really good person, but I would have to say, like, truly, everybody makes mistakes, but
Absolutely.
it was probably the day that the owner of our company got arrested, and I was in charge of PR and marketing.
Ah.
That was probably one of those days where I was like, oh, like,
You're just like
yeah.
staring at the like empty press release with your computer, like,
how do I put this? Well, and then press started showing up at our
what to
business.
type?
So it was like we had to close and lock doors and no statements until we had to professionally drafted state. Like that was probably the and it was emotional too because I loved the guy. Like he was, he was a great person, made some mistakes. I mean, but yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, that would be.
That was probably my biggest. Oh my God! Day at work.
I was for real scared. I just wish I was given more detail.
Yeah.
I came in and my boss at the time, and he had a very serious look on his face.
Mhm.
I knew immediately he was not playing.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, stay in here. Don't come out till I tell you. And my first thought was like, well, if I'm in here, I'm kind of trapped.
This kind of sounds like, this kind of sounds like when my sister told my parents she was pregnant, and I all I did was come down the stairs, and my dad turned around and he was like, "Stop where you are, turn around, go back upstairs. We'll let you know when your ride's here." Like, because I was waiting for a friend to pick me up. I was like, okay,
Upstairs I go.
right.
Jake, do you remember a craziest day at one of your jobs?
Um,
Like it was just like, oh, what you went home almost like, what was that?
I can't top yours, but when I was working at McDonald's, I got an ice cream cone thrown at me.
Are you
But
serious?
was it someone like a customer
Yeah.
or like a coworker?
No, it was a customer.
What were they mad about?
They ordered an ice cream cone and like a large fry with no salt. So we had to make the fries fresh, like
my God,
as
was
you
it-
do.
Was it my mom?
And then I gave her no. I can tell you it was not.
my mom always orders no salt for
She's
fresh
like, oh, I
fries.
know who this lady is.
It irritates me.
Yeah. So I gave her the ice cream cone and I was like, go to the next window and we'll give you your fresh fries. But she ordered them together because she wanted to eat them together. But by the time we gave her fries, her ice cream cone was melting and she was mad about that. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. Eat your ice cream cone.
Wait. You said that's not my fault. Eat your ice cream cone?
Yeah. I didn't know if I said it was my fault, but I did say, well, if you would have ate it, it would have been melted. I think I did say that.
Okay. I can't see you being like, too bad, lady. Eat it.
Well, I was, because she was already on my nerves because she was asking, are these fresh? Are these fresh? And then I was like, yes.
And
she
like,
goes,
taste one.
no salt. And I was like, yeah, no salt. And then she said that there was salt on them, even though there
Okay,
wasn't.
but here's the thing about McDonald's. You guys salt it in like that big area. So even if you don't salt the fresh batch, tell me there's not salt still on the bottom. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You're going to get some.
Exactly.
So did she hit you with it?
Yeah. So she gave me attitude, and then I
In
told
the
her,
face?
no, she missed. Well,
Okay.
because it was during COVID, and we had like a little plexiglass protector over
Okay, so that
the window.
protected your face.
Yeah, and then she got mad, and then I told her that I would give her a new fry, and then she walked up to my window. I forgot she wasn't even in the car because her husband was driving, and so she got out of the car and walked up to the window, and so she was standing next to the window, and then the window closed, and she like took her hand like shoved it open, and I was like, no, enough. So I gave her money back. And I said, get out. I said, leave. And then she took her money, and then she yeeted the cone, and it hit me.
Did you say yeeted it?
Yeah, she yeeted.
cone.
She yeeted the cone.
That is fantastic.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Yeeted the
Listen,
cone.
I understand about service and frustration and all that kind of stuff, but when did we as a society decide that it was acceptable to assault people with ice cream cones over, to me, something that's so trivial? Because most of the time, if you have like a delay in your food or you have an issue with it or it's cold, like, they'll make it right. You just go in and be nice about it.
Yeah, a lot of times they will. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was
a good one, Jake. Ice cream.
I would
thrown
have
at you.
loved to have like stood there and watched that go down. I mean,
So-
I'm glad she didn't like get you in the face or, something
Yeah.
highly embarrassing, but you
good.
handled it right. Today's hit music, Q92. It is 9:07 on your Monday morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday weekend. We're back at it. Not going to lie. The consensus this morning is that it's a struggle, and I understand that. It was really hard to get up at 4:45 this morning and leave the house. Yeah, but here we are. We're doing it. We're doing it, and Christian's back tomorrow on vacation. Had one more day of vacation today. Back tomorrow, so we'll be back to normal. Also, just had a message that the Central Interchange in Akron going northbound is a mess. Slow go. I'm not seeing anything on Ogo in terms of an accident. However, I do see that there's a ton of construction. I-77 South Ramp to I-277, US 224 westbound. There's a slowdown. Also, the ramp from Wilbeth Avenue to I-77 southbound. That's also very slow go this morning. The ramp from South Street to I-76 eastbound, that's a slow go. And also I-76 east at the Kenmore leg. So, just patience this morning. Everybody is back on the road heading to work. And we'll all get there. We'll all get there. We all want to get there safe, though. That's the goal of the morning. So, anyhow. What do we got for you coming up in the 9 o'clock hour? Well, we have your next chance to become a finalist to win 3-day passes to incarceration at the Ohio State Reformatory July 19th through the 21st. This is Ohio's biggest music and tattoo festival happening at the Ohio State Reformatory. You can see Shinedown, no stranger to our show, one of Christian's favorite bands, Breaking Benjamin, The Offspring, Godsmack, Machine Head, Hollywood Undead, so many more. You're going to want to listen for your cue to call because we're going to get our very latest finalists for those 3-day passes coming up later this hour. Also, fingers crossed, we're going to be talking to Mark Johnson, and we're going to get an update on what the week ahead looks like for you. And we're going to get into some other, just little weird news snippets, just some weird things that you might enjoy. Also, are you a chocolate with almonds guy, Jake? But you prefer nutless chocolate? Okay. Well, if you enjoy chocolate with almonds, today is your day. There is little in the world as divine as chocolate, unless we consider the almonds for you almond lovers. So treat yourself. You know what? You need to pick me up. It's Monday. We've all been eating like trash all weekend anyhow, right? I mean, yeah, just stuff it in there. It'll help make your Monday go a little bit easier. All right. Coming up, we're going to have that cue to call. You're going to want to be listening. And Mark Johnson, we're going to hear from him on what you can expect on the work week ahead as we go through summer. I cannot believe we are already on the other side of July 4th. Right now, it's Taylor Swift and Karma on today's hit music, Q92.
Time on their hands. It might be nice to hear.
She's
from
actually
someone.
a really cute girl, Daphne is.
I think Summy Yummy. Now, what's interesting, I don't know what she got charged with, but her one picture is her in scrubs with a medical ID badge. It makes me like go
wonder
towards
about like art narcotics or something.
Were we maybe taking things from the hospital we shouldn't have? And that's me assuming. And you know what they say about assuming. You're probably right.
I found a girl that's finishing while she's incarcerated her degree at Ashland University.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. Activities in prison for Summy Yummy: working out, playing cards, reading, writing, music, etc. Anything else? She wrote staying out of trouble, LOL. Sense of humor. Sense of humor.
That counts for something.
So there's a bunch of these all over the country. And then, as we talk about this, of course, out of nowhere, Jake says, oh, yeah, I almost did that.
Yeah.
So you found this before.
And that's when everybody was
yeah,
like...
not this specific website, but years ago when I was in my sad boy phase, I thought about...
Your what?
Yeah,
my sad boy phase.
Sad boy phase.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Okay,
So
I thought you said side boy phase at first. I'm like...
No.
Should have moved some furniture.
I didn't think about that. I thought about going to a jail website and finding a pen pal.
Yeah. Oh, much better
Okay,
idea.
right.
Much better idea than putting the couch on
Brilliant.
the other wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. So you looked into it?
I looked into it. I never did it. I think what made me not do it was I think you had to pay to do it, and I was afraid that once these people get out, they could find me, and I didn't want that. So I was trying to find people that
Well,
had like
yeah.
several life sentences. I was trying to find like people like
So there
that.
was no
chance for them to come and get me.
Like, can I get only murderers so that way I know they can't get out and come and kill me?
Here's the thing. Like, you could probably converse with somebody. It would be better to converse with them through the jail software where they have access to email. Because then you don't have to tell them where you're at and you don't have to use your real name.
That's true.
I say this only because I have conversed with someone who's been incarcerated through the jail email system. And the prison guards, like, they have someone who their job is to read those emails before they give them to the inmate and to read the emails that the inmate's sending back to you.
Yeah.
We got to look for code words.
Well, they do.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's their entire job is to check the communication system, making sure nothing is being relayed or planned or, whatever.
Yeah. I'm bringing you some magazines and not knives.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you a cake. There's nothing hidden inside it.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, anything like that. But, mine was for work, actually. One of my coworkers, I guess you could say, was incarcerated for a while, and that's how we had to use inmate mail. I mean, it's
we've
a
got
thing.
Mail here at the station from prisons.
Yeah, we have. I know.
I mean, listen, not everyone that's in jail is a terrible, terrible person. They want $250K for a house in the hood of Alliance. Listen, I lived in Alliance. And I actually enjoyed living in Alliance.
There's some really nice areas out here.
I had a house in Alliance, and I thought it was very. I had no problems, no issues. I did find a Walgreens shopping cart in my yard one day when I came home from work. I will say that happened. Other than that, the apartment complex was pretty much quiet next to me. The older couple next to me on the other side, they were lovely. The car wash always gave me entertainment. You know what I mean?
You got to watch a music video get shot there.
I did see a rap music video get shot there. It was fantastic.
Right. You had a front row
I still
seat.
remember that.
Yeah.
They were on the hood. I was hearing the music, and that was not weird for me because a lot of people blast their music when they're cleaning their car out. So that wasn't odd to me. I've heard
I do that. I
country
turn my
music.
car on it while I'm cleaning it.
I've heard country music, hip hop, hard rock. I've heard it all
Yeah.
when I lived in that house in Alliance. But I just happened to get up because the bass was really thumping. I was like, oh. I looked up, and then I see, like, the girl and the guy, and they're dancing, and the guy's running around him with the camera. I was like, wow.
Did you then tape them taping the video?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Yes.
I should have. I saw a car wreck at that car wash.
Oh, boy.
That was fantastic.
What?
A couple. No, I'm not kidding. I watched this happen. A couple. I started to hear shouting. I got a couple minutes. I heard shouting. So I'm like, well, my windows are open. Let's see what we can see.
Nosy Nancy
You know,
over
so
here
I look
speaking.
across the street, and I see a mother who got out of her car yelling at a couple that are in the car wash stall.
How did you know it was a mother?
Because I saw her. She got out of the car.
Does she just look like a mother, or she had a kid?
Totally like a mother.
Okay.
100% like a mother.
Okay.
She was yelling, and I heard things back and forth, but I couldn't. I made out a few F words, but I heard, I really couldn't tell what was happening. So then I watched him peel out of the car wash stall.
Okay.
Peel out. So much so that he went around the corner of the building, lost control of his car, and crashed into the brick wall of the car wash. But then, on top of that, then he backed up and drove off.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think I even in my house went, that was awesome.
I wonder if they ever caught him. He
They
damaged the
did.
car wash.
No, they did.
Okay.
They did. So I had to speak to the police about it.
Oh, you were a witness.
I knew the cops.
Oh, well,
They were like friends of mine. So I was like, well.
I did, in fact, see what happened.
I was like, yeah, I don't know. They got cameras over there. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some stuff went down just now.
Yeah.
Clearly, you could see the brick is damaged.
Yeah.
And he was just like, nope, I'm leaving. So I was wondering, like, who, if you could just fire anyone at your job, who's the name of the person you would fire and why? Just first name. And the text line lit up a little bit. You guys apparently want to say who you would fire. So let's get into the text here. These are names of people that listeners would fire if they could. Bye Mary with a waving emoji. Jen, she's a horrible know-it-all. So Jen would be fired.
All right.
Stephanie, Dan, and Ronnie, I would fire. You're firing 3 people.
Wow.
I'd fire Mike. He's the mole. Uh-oh, we found the mole. Raphael, you're fired. Someone said on the text line. Oh, that's funny. Pam, because she looks like a bulldog. Well, now we're getting personal. Now, wow.
Yeah.
My old job, Amy. No personality and cause negative vibes all around. Amy be gone.
Yep.
Steven, he sucks at life and can't do his job right to save his life. I'd rather do both my job and his just so it would make my actual job easier. I give him 0 of 5 stars. Damn.
Sounds like he's the worst.
Steven, you're fired. Melissa, for her lack of notice when she has appointments and having to cover hours for her continuously. All right, she's fired. I'd fire Phyllis because she's never at her desk, then bitches she's behind in work.
There's always one of them.
Yeah. You have a crazy day at work? Your craziest day at work?
You have no idea. I can top yours.
I'm sure.
I just feel bad, like, saying it because everything's fine, like, and this person's a really good person, but I would have to say, like, truly, everybody makes mistakes, but
absolutely.
It was probably the day that the owner of our company got arrested, and I was in charge of PR and marketing. That was probably one of those days where I was like, oh, like,
Just like staring at the like empty press release with your computer, like,
how do I put this? Well, and then press started showing up at our business. So it was like we had to close and lock doors and no statements until we had a professionally drafted state. Like that was probably the and it was emotional too because I loved the guy. Like he was, he was a great person, made some mistakes. I mean, but yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, that would be.
That was probably my biggest. Oh my God! Day at work.
I was for real scared. I just wish I was given more detail.
Yeah.
I came in and my boss at the time, he had a very serious look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
I knew immediately he was not playing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, stay in here. Don't come out till I tell you. And my first thought was like, well, if I'm in here, I'm kind of trapped.
This kind of sounds like, this kind of sounds like when my sister told my parents she was pregnant. And I all I did was come down the stairs, and my dad turned around and he was like, stop where you are, turn around, go back upstairs. We'll let you know when your ride's here. Like, because I was waiting for a friend to pick me up. I was like, okay.
Upstairs I go.
Right. I don't know how I feel about this, but it says several companies have emerged in the last few years to develop grief-related technology where users can interact with an AI version of the deceased. Among them is Eternos, which uses an in-house model as well as external large language models developed by major tech companies like Meta and OpenAI, which are the two most popular, I would say. Eternos records users speaking 300 phrases, then compresses that information through a 2-day computing process, capturing the person's voice that loved ones can access. While we have embraced this technology as a way to cope with grief, others feel very uneasy about companies using AI to try to maintain interactions with those who have passed away. So others worry that it could also, or lobby that it could make the mourning process easier, and others worry more difficult because there isn't any closure, which I agree with.
Well, it depends on what you have the guy say.
I think it's kind of like it's programmed to respond in certain ways depending on what you ask it, but it uses all those phrases and all of that audio from that deceased person's voice to like craft a response to sound like that person. Listen, okay, we've all lost somebody close to us. Me and you both have lost our fathers. What I wouldn't give now, 20 some years later, to talk to them and be like, you have grandchildren, like, they're awesome. You know, just to have a conversation with them, I would give anything.
It would be nice if I could talk to my.
Yep, colors. Buying a beach umbrella, maybe a tent, a sun hat. Choose something red, blue, violet, lavender, or pink. A recent study of identical fabrics in different colors reveals that these hues filter the most UV rays. According to industrial and engineering chemistry research, the worst performing colors, yellow and white. So, you know, I'm just trying to help you out. Yeah. Just trying to help you out. That way, you don't get sunburnt. Jake, do you feel like you're a likable person? Yeah, I think you are too. Okay, well, do you want to know the secret of the most likable people in the world? All right, well, according to one study, they share the following traits: a positive attitude, check; openness, vulnerability, confidence, and a sense of humor. Yes. All right, well, you know, you're up there and you're likable, so, you know. All right, Jake, did you know that there's one word that you don't even realize that opens your wallet? What do you think it is? It is not yes. Next time you see an ad for a product that mentions time, as in have the time of your life, or take your time, or spend time, watch out. You're more apt to buy the product. Stanford University researchers found that the word prompts you to think about spending time with the item, your family, or whatever it may be. It's playing on your feelings, making you feel more connected to the product and more likely to spend money. Do you believe it? No. Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think there's a lot of different subliminal ways that they know to kind of twist us, to coerce us to take an action. I always think it's emotional. Because everything you do is emotional, whether you realize it or not. When I say emotional, I don't mean like sobbing and crying or being sad or devastated. It's more like, it makes you happy or makes you feel good about yourself, whatever it is. So, Jake, did you know this? I think you look good, by the way. I don't think you need to lose weight. But you know what? You're thinner than you think. Think you need a diet? Not so fast. A recent study reveals that you're probably thinner and taller than you see yourself. Turns out most of us have at least a slightly distorted body image, which leads our brains to perceive ourselves as up to 69% wider and 28% shorter than we actually are. Yeah. Experts say in reality, usually you can't override our own ingrained false perception of our body, which develops in adolescence when we're being very insecure. And you probably still see yourself that way a little bit, even if it's not true. I buy into that. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's very interesting. And to further add, if you really do feel like, or the scale tells you that you need to lose some weight, if you set out on walks to lose weight, slip your sneakers on between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Research shows that early morning walkers weigh less and have waists that are up to 1 to 3 inches slimmer than people who walk the same amount later in the day. Exercising early helps your body burn more calories, rev up your metabolism, plus it reduces your appetite, so you naturally eat less. Yeah. Actually, I find that when I work out, I'm not hungry. Not for a little while. Then I get really hungry later. No, because it also revs your metabolism. And you've already burnt calories that you're about to eat. So, yeah. Anyhow, just some fun stuff for you on your Monday morning. It is 9:30. Text message. I'm so glad to see that Jake is talking more now. Yeah, so are we. You don't like talking? I do. I just never or not always know what to say. But I enjoy it. Okay. Yeah. Good morning from Sam the Tow Man. Enjoy and have a safe day. Slow down and move over for tow trucks working on our roads. 100%. Good morning, Sam. Keep our construction workers safe, our tow truck drivers safe. Anybody who a stranded motorist on the side of the road, for those that don't know, you are supposed to change lanes to try and give them clear space, if at all possible. And then Sam had a follow-up question. Lauren, do you have any tattoos? I do. I have two. I have two tattoos. I have a butterfly, and then I also have a tattoo of my daughter's name on my foot. Yeah. So I've got two. Do you have any tattoos, Sam? Jake, what about you? No tats? No plans for tats? What would it be of? But you're not going to share it. You're just going to give us. It's really dumb, actually. So, a long time ago, my grandpa, he had this iPod. Like, it was one of the first iPods. The Shuffle or whatever? Yeah, but it had the screen on it. So you could read the yeah. Okay. So, and he was looking through my songs one day, and it was Fire Burning on the Dance Floor. But he read it, Fire Burning on the Dandelion. Oh, okay. For some reason, that stuck with me, and I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. Okay. That's really sweet. And for everybody listening, I think this will shock you as much as it has shocked me. Sometimes you ask Jake questions and you expect him to go, yeah, I don't know. And then other times he has a full-on story behind whatever it is that you're talking about, like right now. Did not expect that. Anyhow, I want to see it if you get it. I think you should get it. I don't think that we regret tattoo. Like, do I regret the butterfly? It's actually not a butterfly. It's a dragonfly. But do I regret it? Yeah, because I was just looking for something to get, and it doesn't really mean anything to me. I'll never regret having my daughter's name on my foot to remind me that she walks with me every day. Yeah, is to remind me when I look down that she's walking with me everywhere I go. She's everywhere. I take her everywhere I go. Yeah. So, but yeah, those are the tats that I have. It's Tat Talk here in Q92. Happy Monday, everybody.
So I asked Jake, you were out of the room? I go, Jake, have you ever woken up and seen a demon? He laughed and was like, no, never. I, too, have had dreams before. Many dreams in my life. I've never woke up and thought I saw a demon.
Yeah, me either.
Lauren, you ever see a demon?
No.
That's 0 for 3. Who the hell made this statement?
Where did the article come from?
There's no article.
Oh, it's just a statement.
It just says, if you've ever woken up unable to move and felt like there was someone or something in the room with you, you might have experienced sleep paralysis. This happens, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes on. Many people report feeling a presence in a room with them during sleep paralysis, with some even seeing figures that seem real. Studies have shown that a significant percentage of people experience these sensations. This phenomenon has been depicted in various forms of art, literature, sometimes being interpreted as encounters with ghosts or supernatural beings or demons.
Huh.
Who the hell's seen a demon? You ever have sleep paralysis? I have not.
I have not either.
Jake?
Luckily.
No.
I think that would be terrifying.
That would be more scary than a demon to me. If I woke up and I couldn't move,
Yeah.
that would be fear. What is happening? Well, I can't move anything.
That would be awful. Because I'd be thinking, what's
Come
wrong
on.
with me?
Come on. Has anyone ever seen a demon? Anyone ever wake up and see someone looking over them? No.
Oh, I mean, that happens. But it's usually, you used to be like my kids, getting up in the middle of the night
yeah.
to let me know that they didn't feel good. And you'd open your eyes and you'd have a kid right there. And you're like,
Son of a bitch. Don't do
right.
that. Don't you do that.
Oh, they got the talking to at one point because it scared the crap out of me the once. I'm like, you have to touch me. Like, I want you to take your hand and put it on my arm. You know what I mean? And then say, Mom,
Physically wake me.
don't stand there until I open my eyes.
Like the girl from The Ring movie.
Like a creepy weirdo.
Yeah, no, I get that. But you're afraid to wake your parents. 'Cause I remember when I
You
would
don't want
try
to get
to
in
stay
trouble.
when I wanted to stay in my parents' room and it was storming,
Yeah.
I would do that. I would sit there and be like, stare at my dad like he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad. I'm scared, but he's gonna be mad when I wake him up. Someone texted in my ex. That's not a demon.
I have one too on Facebook. Amy said her ex-husband.
Saw demons?
No, I think she
Oh, her ex-husband.
She saw her and saw him.
Text message. I used to wake up and see demons every day. That divorce was the best thing I ever bought. See, I think we're having fun. Never saw a demon, but tried chewing my arm off when I woke up as to try not to awake who was lying beside me.
What?
Never saw a demon, but tried chewing my arm off when I woke up as to try not to awake who was lying beside me.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
how it came in. I don't know if that was a bad talk to text. Look and tried to chew. I have sleep paralysis. It's so scary. You can hear everything. You can see things. Everything is going on around you, but you cannot move your body. You breathe deeply, and you're trying so hard to move, but you just can't. That's hell.
Oh my gosh, that would be. I feel so bad. Like I feel for you. That would be absolutely terrifying.
It Text message, Rage Room. Why is a bag of chips $6? I was looking to buy, you know what? Ruffles.
Yeah.
Those are my go-to. I know a lot of you are Team Lay's.
No, I'm Team Golden Crisp.
I'm
I've made
Team
that clear.
Ruffles. And it was like almost $7 for a half-filled bag because they're only half-filled of Ruffles. So I went with another brand, and I don't want to say that brand out loud. It was awful. But it was like $3 cheaper. I'm probably going to throw it out. It was that bad. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to. It's a known brand. But no, I was like, yeah. I bought the Ruffles version of it.
Oh, like the rippled.
I like the ripple.
I only like it with French onion dip. Other than that, if I'm just going to eat chips like flavored or something, it's got to be regular, like kettle cooked.
I like a good kettle chip.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But
I
yeah,
like the crunch.
I will second the bag of chips for someone who likes a good bag of Ruffles. Why the hell is a regular bag of Ruffles like 7 or 8? If you get
That's like Doritos.
And if you get the family size,
yeah,
Jesus, take out a loan.
that's why I go to Costco, because you pay that for a bag of chips, but it's like the huge family size bag.
Yeah.
And then it seems like you want to go to incarceration? We're getting our very latest finalists because we're giving away 3-day passes to incarceration. Happening at the Ohio State Reformatory July 19th through the 21st. You could be there. You could see bands like Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, The Offspring, Godsmack, Machine Head, Hollywood Undead, and so many more. This grand prize winner is going to be announced next Monday, so you have the next week to try and secure a finalist spot. And it could be you headed to incarceration. Call now. Caller 10 330-450-9292. That's 330-450-9292. Caller 10. Good luck.
All right. I got to tell this story about yesterday, or it was Saturday, actually, when this happened to me at the Columbus Zoo, Jake. And I don't know, maybe, have you ever, and I don't just mean this to Jake, I mean this to everyone. Have you ever had an awkward moment with a stranger, whether that be through eye contact or something where you just, but it was an awkward moment with a stranger? I'm going to tell you. It was me. It was Jamie. It was my son. It was my not daughter. Just having a great time off air. Jake and I were talking about how cool the Columbus Zoo is. We were at the Columbus Zoo on Saturday, and we were going into the food court for me to get my plastic commemorative cup, which I have. It is tremendous. Can't wait. I might use it today. So I'm the last one, Jake, in the line of us walking in the building, right?
Okay.
So Jamie's got Jimmy. Not daughters behind them. I'm the last one in. And we're just, this is a short story. This isn't a long story. And we're walking in.
Okay.
And I just happened to look over to my left as I'm walking. There's people everywhere, right?
Right.
There's all kinds of, it's a melting pot. All kinds of ages, races, colors, religion. It's a cornucopia of people.
Okay.
I always say, if you really want to expose yourself to the world, go to a zoo.
Yeah.
Go to somewhere, or go to a vacation spot. You'll see every type of person, human being there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just stalling. So I'm walking in the building. I look over to my left. I make eye contact with a woman holding her baby. Right?
Okay. Right.
Totally normal, right?
Totally normal.
Nothing weird.
Right.
Totally normal. She like smiles at me, like just an acknowledgement smile. Nothing, no flirty, just a hello.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that smile you give people, like hello.
Yeah.
I gave the hello back, right? With them. Didn't say a word, just And then as we're locked in eyes, right?
Right.
She's holding her baby. She takes out her boobie. She just rips out her boobie. And I'm still locked eyes with this lady. Like, I'm locked eyes with her.
Oh, no.
And she just smiled. I smiled. And it was honest to God, like it's just hello. You know, you don't talk to somebody, just hello.
Yeah.
Nod your head.
Right.
Smile. We smiled. And boom, boobie comes out to feed the baby. Looking dead at her nipple.
Yeah, that's
threw me off my game. I felt like I cheated. I felt like I was a pervert. All these things at once. And I almost wanted to apologize. Like, ma'am, I had zero idea you were going to do that. Like, I just thought we were two humans passing by in life.
She could have waited 2 seconds.
I'm just like, and listen, I don't care who. I know people fight about can you breastfeed in public and all that. We could go down that rabbit hole. I don't think it's fun, but I just wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, because you were looking at her.
I was looking at her holding her kid. She had like a long sundress on. I just assumed it was two strangers, kind of like when two guys give each other the head nod when they walk by.
Right.
They don't say anything.
Yeah.
But
like, what's up?
She was like,
Yeah.
I was like, Then she went, booby. And it was just, boom. I went staring dead at a nipple at the Columbus Zoo.
Yeah.
Threw me off. You know what's funny? I didn't tell Jamie.
Oh.
So if she's listening, that happened. Because I was just like, what? I spent a good 2 minutes in my head trying to figure out what just happened.
Yeah.
Trying to process.
It would have taken me a minute.
How did that happen? Why were we locked eyes? Like, even if you locked eyes with someone and you were going to do that, wouldn't you break the eye contact?
Yeah, or wait until you like walk away, go inside.
Again, in no way was she being seductive, or she was simply being a happy mom breastfeeding her kid.
Right. Yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but I think she should have just waited a little bit for you to
I'm just
pass.
saying, like, she wasn't trying to flirt.
Right.
She wasn't trying to be perverted. She just was going to feed her kid. I just wasn't expecting it to be when we were in mid-lock eyes to, like, smile at each other. And, you know, I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody, but I'll tell you what, that threw me off. I've still been thinking about it a couple times. Staring dead at a nipple at the Columbus Zoo. Out of nowhere. No warning. No warning. People sending in funny yet inappropriate gifts to the text line. I just I'd share that. That happened to me.
Yeah, that's a
at the
good
zoo.
one.
But you can't top that.
Nope, I cannot.
You ever have any weird interaction with a stranger before where you were like, well, that was weird?
Probably, but I don't remember any. Like I know as a kid I came up to several strangers thinking they were my parents and they weren't. I think everyone
How does
said that
that
though.
happen?
Like from behind you think they are, and like you run up to them. Oh, one time, actually no, I do have a story. I was in Dick's and my mom was in the dressing room and she said, go pick out a shirt. So I did.
Okay.
And then I go back to the dressing room she was in and I
Good morning, Q92. Who's this?
Hi, this is Patty.
Patty, how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful.
So, would you like to go to incarceration?
Actually, I'm trying to win them for my son.
Okay, how old's your son? What's his name?
His name's Kyle. He's 24, and he just came home from Iraq.
Oh my gosh, well, thank you so much for his service. We appreciate him.
Yes, thank you.
Well, you are my finalist. So Kyle is now in the running, and he could just be headed to incarceration at the Ohio State Reformatory July 19th through the 21st.
Oh my God, that'd be so amazing.
Yes, congratulations. Just tell everybody your favorite station making you a finalist.
Q92.
Congratulations, Patty. Look at her trying to win these tickets for her son, Kyle. Good luck to the both of them. Your next chance to become a finalist is coming up with Nicolina, your midday diva, who's going to be in here next. So you're going to want to keep listening. You're going to have chances all day today. That's right. With Nicolina, you're going to have them with Keller. You're going to have them with Ryan tonight. You're going to have them with us all over again tomorrow. So be sure you're listening this week if that's something that you want to try and get included for. Keep it right here. It's Today's Hit Music, Q92.
By the way, Columbus Zoo has the biggest chicken fingers I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Like this big.
Wow.
This big.
How big around are they?
They're curled too. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that chicken was like excited or what, but it was like, woo. I don't know, like curled toes, but man.
They've got curly chicken?
Is that a real thing?
Like a curly fry?
It looked like a curly chicken finger, a fry, slash. Yeah. Got a great commemorative plastic cup.
Oh my gosh.
I got two that weekend. I got a Columbus Clippers cup, and I have now a Columbus Zoo. Well, I have an Akron Zoo too. So my collection's growing. I'm gonna get a nice glass kind of case to like display them all in. And
I've never met anybody that's like, I'm on the hunt for a curio cabinet. Oh, for what?
My plastic
commemorative
cup.
Souvenir cups.
All right, you can go souvenir commemorative. But They're fantastic. And there's something about drinking out of a plastic cup when you're playing video games. Next hour. I got into a Kenny Loggins deep dive yesterday.
How?
I don't know.
No.
But I started off by I was laying in bed with little Jimmy. He's a little sick. But he's getting a little better.
That's it. Did he sleep better last night?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. So we're chilling. And I like to get on YouTube. He loves music. I get on YouTube and put on songs. I came across Kenny Loggins' Meet Me Halfway.
Oh. Across the sky. Yep.
And he perked up. I always know when my 14-month-old son loves a song.
It's a banger.
Well, he dances and tries to clap to pretty much anything. Mm-hmm. But if he really is interested in a song, no matter what he's doing, if he's laying with me on the floor playing, he'll stop, turn, look at the TV, and sit Indian style. And just sit and stare at the song.
Right.
Till it's done. Then he goes back. And he did it yesterday for Jelly Roll's I'm Not Okay. He stopped playing.
He's a Jelly Roll fan.
Stopped, looked up. He's huge into John Mayer. Absolutely huge into John Mayer. But I went down to Kenny Loggins, Meet Me Halfway, from arguably the greatest arm wrestling movie ever made.
Over the Top.
And Over the Top. You've never seen that movie. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. If you like 80s movies.
How did that script even get a cat? Anyhow, okay.
What do you say?
Come on, man.
That's a great movie.
But Pee-wee's Big Adventure got a movie, and there were so many, to be honest.
A movie about a guy who didn't really have a part in his son's life.
We've talked about this before. Howard the Duck, Billie Jean.
Don't get me started on Howard.
There's Mannequin. You want me to keep going? What was happening in the screenwriter room, in the 80s?
Howard the Duck. There's only one problem with Howard the Duck, and it's the scene where the woman and the duck almost make love.
Yeah, they're in bed together.
In an 80s movie that was supposed to be for a family.
Right.
And she's literally trying to seduce the duck.
Yes, she is.
You guys don't believe me? Go watch Howard the Duck. Other than that, fun family movie.
I wonder if he was from Quackred. Sorry.
I don't know. Pornhub, maybe. On the weird section.
Right.
But that scene wasn't necessary.
No, it really wasn't. Honestly, it really wasn't.
And I'm a typical pervert guy. That had nothing to do with the movie.
They just had to try and sneak it in there.
You know what would be great?
The duck almost got...
What if the woman tries to seduce the duck? Sounds great. Johnson, write it in.
Yeah.
I just don't know why that scene was in there. Other than that, great family movie. We had a hedgehog. A hedgehog.
Those are cool.
We have chickens. Does that count? It
does. It does, because I have friends that have chickens that pick them up and know by name.
I still want to know who's got that peacock that I saw run across 225 a week or two ago.
We have a neighbor that has a rooster.
Whose peacock is that? And how did he get out? And should he be crossing 225?
That sounds like a joke. Why did the peacock cross the road?
Damnedest thing to see. I have a hedgehog and sugar gliders.
Oh, sugar gliders are supposed to be super cool.
Those are real little, aren't they?
Yeah.
They can fly a little bit.
Yeah. Are they marsupials?
Marsupial.
I think so. Maybe.
No, I gotta Google that.
Let me see. Yeah. None. My mom said kids and a husband was a wild animal enough for her. Fair enough. When I was younger, we had a tarantula for a pet. I've had lots of pets. Snakes, birds, dogs, cats, rabbits, and another one, chinchillas. So what do you do with a tarantula for a pet?
Nothing.
How do you
nothing.
enjoy that?
You don't. And anyone who says otherwise, I don't believe you.
I just don't.
I'm
get it.
sorry. I just don't think that could be true. I know they look fuzzy, but I can't see cuddling a tarantula.
Yeah. I have a leopard gecko, and she's the sweetest girl, someone says. I have a pet rat. Me and my friends all got rats for pets. Then it rolled down my steps in that little ball thing, and unfortunately, that was the last time I ever had a rat from Kyle.
Yeah. Kyle, I had 2 rats. I forgot about
Your
them.
rat died?
Their names were Id and Odd. Don't ask. It was a phase.
Oh, a rat phase?
Yeah, I guess like everybody was getting like my friends. Like it
Everyone
was
getting
like a
rats?
cool. Yeah, I was like, let's get rats. Mine were like little though. No, they didn't get like very big. I had them. Today's hit music, Q92. It is 9:53. That is going to do it for us. Jake and I are out of here tomorrow morning. We are going to be back to the OG. That's right. The original gang, not gangster. Yeah. Christian will be back from vacation. We can't wait to hear all about his trip, what he's been up to. I know he's got some good stories. He always tries to like bank them. Like sometimes he'll text us and be like, ooh, remember this. I got to tell you about this. So I'm looking forward to having him back on the show tomorrow and us returning to our regular roles. Yeah, it'll feel much more normal. So, but thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for waking up with Jake and I while Christian's been out. And thanks for all of your input this morning on the show. It was fun talking a little bit about Bigfoot and last words, hearing those last words from somebody and what you think yours would be. You know, talking about all of that and some of those helpful tips I gave you. You know, if you're trying not to get a sunburn, gave you the right colors that you need to avoid getting that burn. And, you know, talked about you might think you're a little overweight, but you're really not. Right. In somebody else's eyes, you're just perfect. So anyhow, thanks for waking up with us. We've got more, tomorrow we're going to have more chances for you to get included as a finalist for incarceration. Going to have more chances coming up with Nicolina, your midday diva. You're also going to have more chances with Keller and Ryan tonight. And Jake, you want to tell everybody anything? That's right. You heard the man. Have a wonderful day today. Enjoy those summer-like temps. Hit the pool. Do something fun. We'll be back here same time, same place tomorrow. We'll see you then. It's today's hit music, Q92.